We're on here, live in full effect, as always. This is last shot for Kellen Moore.
Last shot for a lot of things.
You can say Danny Don Meredith. What's up, everybody? Welcome to an early edition here, game day. Hey, the rest of the season, it's going to pretty much be 1 o'clock games, early game, except for Philly. That's going to be a 4 o'clock for Dak. Are we going to get number 4 today? Jordan Lewis recovered the fumble, guys.
Way to go.
And we have the ball now in advantageous territory. Giovanni Bernard fumbling with DeMarcus. I'm going to call him Tank.
When they ran the ball out, we stopped them at the 20, by the way. I know we didn't really get to mention because you were talking, but I'm just saying, we saved an extra 5 yards, so we
gave him back, though.
I know.
So we gave him the penalty, and they got another down, and then second play, right? I mean, it was just one play was a penalty, second play was a fumble. We got the ball on the Bengals 32-yard line. I'm going to try to fix this stuff while we're doing this so I can get the time and everything.
Dalton lines up for a pass to Zeke, who drops it.
But listen. That was way too early. Look, Andy Dalton can't wait to get going out there.
A little trigger happy?
Yeah, he's got a little
I gotta
bit.
Show off. I gotta show off.
A little bit too much, red hair, I think, and orange hair, orange Bengals. I don't know. Too much of that orange.
So who are the guys to watch for on defense now that, I just wasn't expecting the offense to take the field so quickly.
On defense, we got to watch 58, Carl Lawson at the bottom of the screen here. He's the guy that's going to give Brandon Knight the most trouble, although good block from Brandon Knight.
Zeke,
it is a run.
2 yards.
The bigger issue with Brandon Knight, number 69, is not, the issue is going to be pass protection. Pass protection for Brandon Knight. That's his issue. By the way, Giovanni Bernard is first fumble in his last 830 attempts, so it's been a while. Let me fix it so we can get...
There we go. So D-Link said Tank Lawrence is a grown man. Hey,
listen, his third good game of the season so far already starting off. I appreciate that. And, we talk about the defense a little bit. The offense is the same as always. We know our offensive guys. We got 11 personnel here. We got 3 receivers, trips left.
Zeke's
third 8,
block.
Wide open for Michael Gallup. And that is a catch. That second foot dragged in there. First down. Man, I'm telling you, Michael Gallup.
Watch for that, but yes.
Michael Gallup turned his body, and it looked like almost impossible to make the catch. The guy is still making some great. Look at his footwork here. Look at that. I told you that second foot. What a perfect drag there.
Yeah, great
Look
awareness.
At that right here.
Great awareness. Look, the first foot was in, but he made sure to drag that second foot down.
What a play by Michael Gallup. Please challenge it. Now, they're shifting their defense. They have nobody in their defensive alignments here, really. They have number 30. Number 58, those are the guys you want to watch as far as their best defenders. All
right, run to Zeke.
56,
2 yards.
I did say 56, and I got to get his name. I keep forgetting his name. I should know it. Josh Bynes. He's the linebacker that's going to be watching the running backs. Now, we talked about this last night.
Yes.
I hope you remembered that every time that Zeke did well, Josh Bynes was either blocked out or missing the block or getting run over by Zeke. That's a key there for the running game. And I believe that's one of the keys for us. Of course, getting turnovers is huge.
Exactly. Harmaine, much love. Chase Roster, what's up? Oh, man, guys. Again, let's see what happens.
Let's just see. I got to fix this here. Damn it. All right, so it's still 0-0. I'll get it's first quarter.
Ooh,
Dalton to Dalton connection.
There we go.
We just saw this in a simulation, didn't we? We saw this last week.
Yes. So Dalton power is activated. So now it's like a 3rd and 5.
Damn, the Cowboys are one of 3 teams left that have not scored on the opening drive. And this is one of the things I talked about at the beginning of the year. That's extremely important.
The Washington whatevers.
Is it?
Crazy, yeah.
Well, that's the thing, though. Remember we said one of the keys this year had to get better? Is we got to have better starts on defense. In games. On offense. Score sooner.
Unfortunately,
none of that's happened this year.
Bad starts have followed us for almost 2 years now.
Well, that's...
it's
not just coaching. That's not just like it's because we have different coaches, but if it's on the offense, what's the one piece we've kept? And that's Kellen Moore.
Oh, no.
Dalton getting sacked.
Yeah, he takes
just don't fumble. On a 3rd and 3, we lost 4 yards. Now we got to kick a field goal, and then Andy Dalton's little again no touchdown once again on our opening drive.
I know.
And we got the ball on 32.
And of course, Randalter, with the question we're all asking, why shotgun? Why?
We talked about this yesterday. Shotgun because the Cowboys obviously passing. So they wanted to show it. But listen,
you can pass.
Their defensive front line, their pass rush is not the greatest. But the pressure from 58, guys, Carl Lawson.
Melvin Clark just said, great field position. If Dalton can't score 6, I'm done with Dalton. McCarthy and Jones is a fucking disgrace.
Don't forget Kellen Moore.
D-Link said Dalton needs to get rid of the ball. Gallup was open. Cowboys Abroad said we stuck in the red zone. Again, the red zone issues are not necessarily
Oh, shit, what am I doing?
new.
Wrong side. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, that's part of the issue, though, guys. The fact that it's not a new issue in the red zone. But again, I hate saying that you're going to judge this team now. Like, you can't judge this team with no offensive line. And Andy Dalton, we know he's not Dak. I mean, some people didn't know that, but people are waking up to the fact that, yeah, Dalton ain't it. And he never was going to be it. He sucks. But the point for him was to be in there, come in for a couple of games, if at worst, come in for a half if Dak gets hurt, not to take over for the whole year. So, again, people got to judge this team the right way. As far as Kellen Moore, you have, as a coach, you have to make adjustments. Mike McCarthy, he installed the offense, so you can't really reinstall or do another offense at this point, or even a week into the season, you really can't reinstall the offense. And after you spent 6 months creating this is on McCarthy.
If we haven't fired Mike Nolan by now, we're going to wait it out.
And that's on defense. But on Kellen Moore's side, this is where the problem is on offense. If you're still having the same offensive issues that you had last year, Kellen Moore is the only holdover. And even though he might be creative, even though he might have some pluses, I know some of you guys love him out there, and I understand why. When everything is working perfect, like Garrett, it can actually work. When one piece is off, it's like there's no adjustments made. There's no, and I'm not saying this last play had to do with Kellen Moore, but who the fuck is calling a 3rd and 3 in a shotgun? It's not Mike McCarthy. It's not Andy Dalton. It is not Jerry Jones. We have our issues with all these guys, but the issue lies once again with number 17, Kellen Moore, going with a 3rd and 3. McCarthy doesn't approve every play. He approves the 4th down, going for them, or whatever the fuck. But it's Kellen Moore's team to run on offense and make the play calls for him. Go ahead. I'm sorry, baby.
No. It's all good. So, Cowboys Abroad said we can only evaluate what we see. Melvin Clark said it's obvious Gilbert's better. Kristen Nieves, what's up? Sully said players get hurt. Dallas gets exposed with not having quality backups. I mean,
we're on 4 stringers.
One thing that I know was kind of highlighted, or at least I think it was more just we talked about it, is the fact that when you look at the Dallas Cowboys seasons, so grateful for those Super Bowl rings, but we have not had good seasons back-to-back in a very long time. Basically, since we won those rings. We have not had back-to-back good dominating seasons where we went to the playoffs like 2 years in a row. Where that hasn't happened.
I know. No, we haven't had any real consecutive success.
Exactly.
Since
but
the
we
Garrett
also
days.
have the man Aldon Smith, guys, powering himself up.
Back on here, man. Back in the star level membership.
Star level membership. Thank you, Ron.
He was in the raffle yesterday, so he just he didn't even delay. Just
but he just re-entered himself because, like we said, guys, stay tuned, star level members, for possibly some bonus. Something towards the end of the year. We'll have to see, guys.
Yeah, and by the way, with that drop by our man, Ron the Don, he's tied for 3rd place like that. Woo! On the overall board. We crowned someone today, a champion. Will it be Cowboys Abroad? Will it be Skeptical Fan? Will it be Dwayne Broussard, Fortnite, or Ron the Don? We shall see.
Thank you. So, what's up, Ron? So, exactly. Texas Boy said, it's bad when you can't block the Bengals defense. And I think that's part of it, too. Like, you could.
They have a horrible pass rush.
We suck, okay?
But that's my point.
But have our standards lowered this? Are we back to Jets?
That's what I'm trying to say, though, baby, is that we have our offense is broken down. Kellen Moore is not adjusting too much. He's not. Do you guys see any quick passing? Do you see any of McCarthy's West Coast quick passing up tempo offense? I see none of this. That's on McCarthy, and it's on Kellen Moore not making adjustments with a new quarterback. Actually, 4 quarterbacks this year because number 4 went down. So again, when you're looking at. You can blame everybody. You can blame bad luck. You can blame COVID. You can blame, no offseason. You can blame injuries. But in the end, this is the team we have, and they suck. The truth is, though, are we as bad as we looking? I mean, that's what we can judge.
Sully agrees with you for sure. He said you nailed it. The Dallas has to have everything absolutely perfect in order to win. That's just unrealistic. And where does that come from? It's a 1st down for the Bengals. But where does that come from? Where does that root from? T. Higgins with the catch there. That roots from, I'm going to show you. And again, you might say Jerry Jones. We didn't have that problem with Wade Phillips or Joe Parcells, or only when the Garrett regime took over, guys. And that's who I'm talking about. I feel like Garrett personifies Jerry Jones, if that makes sense. Like, I hear you, but Jason Garrett, you have to have everything perfect. His coaching style is everything has to be. If there's one mistake, one missed assignment, it's over. That's not normal. He was an extension of Jerry. Again, that's not normal. Him and Jerry Jones, I feel like vibed. But that's the best way I can put it. Okay, they vibed. They were on the same page, right? They benched Giovanni Bernard, by the way. He hasn't fumbled in 800 plus carries. They benched him, but again, they only gave up 3 points, so they're not that mad. Trust me. And I see Jim Smith in the house as well. What's up? Saying, is Dalton better than Gilbert? I have my doubts. Again,
we're
not doubting that either, but
not for this broken offensive line.
Andy Dalton has the possibility of a compensation pick. So
and also, well, it was playoffs chances.
Oh God!
AJ Green catching it right over LV's head, and is that who is that? Well,
it looks like we helped him catch it.
Savion Smith in coverage. I mean,
Uncle Charles in the house. What's up? Love.
Do I get mad at that? Uncle Charles, much love to you.
Ran up there, said, "I'm gonna eat now because in 3 hours I won't have an appetite."
I'll get my appetite back in about 3 hours. So, yeah, I really can't eat in the middle of a game. Even if it's a lost season, even if it's a COVID-riddled, injury-riddled season, I can't do it. I got to sit here, and I just hard for me to even feel hunger when I'm watching our Cowboys. Yeah, well, this year, unfortunately. Look at that. They are good. On first down, they just got 5 yards. So, again, they're using Trayvon Williams, who to me is, again, they have an arsenal of running backs. Really, none of them are that good. But I will say one thing about Trayvon Williams. This guy here is the bigger running back out of the 3 guys they have. Out of Giovanni Bernard, Samjay Perrine, I think he's in there. All these guys are not, there's no real, bell cow, and I say bell cow, I mean that more as like as I know they don't have a bell cow. There's no power runner there for them, and even he's not that powerful. He's the most powerful runner there. Here comes Gregory, but that was a fool. They fooled Gregory on that one. That was Gregory's job, is to attack, not to cover the tight end. And the plan wasn't when Gregory comes at the quarterback, just sling it out to the tight end. He should be open, which he was. They made it look like he was staying in to block. Yeah. So LV's getting run a train on right now.
Texas boy, what's up? So
see Crawford in there at the right defensive edge rusher. You saw that time. What's his name? Randy Gregory going in there, but you're seeing some Crawford on the outside at the edge. I want to see Crawford inside on passing plays. This would be a play I would want him out of the game.
Well, he's most effective.
Unfortunately, he's on the left edge rusher now. No DeMarcus Lawrence. No pressure at all.
Nothing.
Also. And no. It should be okay. Dorrance Armstrong, but he got 5 yards on a pass to Trayvon Williams with Dorrance Armstrong in coverage.
Why isn't Tank out there? Very sweet.
Dorrance Armstrong in coverage.
We have the sponsor of the week in the house, guys. Retro Scotty. What's up, Retro Scotty? Guys, give him a shout out. But we have him saying Armstrong coverage. What the fuck?
Exactly.
Why is LVE in coverage on a receiver?
Well, I mean, he's in coverage sometimes, playing like the underneath zone, but. Yeah, Jordan Lewis in coverage too, and again, it's AJ Green. They're going to get some catches.
I'm going to assume you might see a little bit more of LVE and Jalen in coverage because of our cornerback situation.
Come on, DeMarcus Lawrence is back in. They run up the gut, and it is a fumble. Go! Cowboys got to go!
Are you kidding me?
That's Aldon Smith for a touchdown. Aldon Smith, touchdown, baby.
No way.
You need defense to score on this team. Fuck you, Kellen Moore.
No way.
Touchdown, Aldon Smith. That's it. In the books right there. 9-0.
Yes! Sorry, I didn't believe it was official.
The ball was laid out like a fucking egg, and Aldon Smith picked up and ran for a touchdown. Our second touchdown on defense this year, right? Because if you remember, we had the
pick six.
The pick six, but we had
it was the fumble and then the pickup.
It was a sack by DeMarcus Lawrence by Tank and the pickup by Anthony Brown. That was a straight up fumble. Aldon Smith just looked down, it was there, picked it up and ran. Touchdown Cowboys.
Until you said it and pointed it out, I'm looking
I saw
at
the real brown ball sitting there.
I'm just like,
what the fuck?
Like,
we'll take it. Go and run.
All right, here they're showing it again. So who was it with the hit?
It was LV. It was
Antoine Woods popped it out.
Antoine Woods really hit him first. But I think he just ran to his own guy and he dropped it. I think Antoine
Woods is the one that popped it out.
I think he ran to his own guy.
What do you guys think? You see, D-Link said that LVE forced the fumble.
Yeah, again, the impact.
He has had on the ball.
The impact. Here, look, baby. His own guy. I just said it.
Okay.
I mean, come on, guys. Listen to your man MCF.
And Justin Cross,
what's going down.
Up? Much love. Thanks for joining us here. So, hey.
We'll take it.
What?
I know we're going to lose the third pick of the draft. Fuck that shit. It's about the star over everything. Don't forget that. It's always about that. We might say we got to investigate the pick and see what's going on, but in the end, it's about wins, dubs, and looking and respecting the star. I know it hurts us a little bit. You can't listen. You can get a good draft pick at 17, CeeDee Lamb. You can get a good draft pick in the beginning of the second round after you trade down in Travis Frederick.
The man Jamal Burton in the house. What's up? Saying 55 LVE. It didn't really show until that last final angle. So you're literally the only one who caught it because everyone. When we saw it on the
showed
TV,
the first replay, I saw him run into the center, or I guess that's the tackle right there.
Harold Jones just said, "Is that not a butt fumble?"
It is. It is a butt fumble. His own guy. The collision with his center is what, and really his ass cheek knocked the ball out from the run. Now Mark Sanchez did that. He's a quarterback, a schmucky one at that, and a bad one. They got their offensive lineman. That's their rookie right tackle. It's not his fault. This Trayvon Williams runs right into him. A running back should not.
Can I just say that
fumbling the ball with their official butt?
You know what
team.
This means, right? This officially means
the best defensive game we had all year.
Butts are more important than.
That means that. Yeah, that means that.
I can say butts are superior. They are superior.
That means that. Well, that means that our best defensive player causing turnovers is the rookie. Is the rookie right tackle, Ananjani, whatever his name is. He is the guy that caused that. His ass is the one that caused the ball. To me, it's Trayvon Williams' fault.
No, he's got to hold that ball better. I wish I could see the face on all the haters of Aldon Smith.
And again, there was a lot of takers this year though for him.
Haters is one thing for sure. Doubters, I don't think you can't get mad at the doubters for a guy that basically hasn't played, as long as some people have been alive at this point, right? Like we're talking 4 or 5 years off the field. So I'm just saying that doubts. I feel bad for him because I feel like he like. Think of it. It's like your first day of school. You're all excited. You're hyped. You show up and you're like you're in that class, right? So I don't think Aldon Smith expected to show up to Dallas and be in that team. So it just feels like a lot of our players and some of our acquisitions were handed the short end of the stick. And like you said, between just general like getting up to speed on the game, all the different coaching changes, all of the other things going on around him, you know what I mean?
Yep. There it is. I mean, you've seen the play again. Suafilo knocking down his own.
There it is.
But hey, listen, that was a big play by Aldon Smith. So yeah, it looks like a closer look. It looks like Tank was actually the one who helped cause that as well. I know, but
Mazer Rackham, what's up? Chase Roster, much love. Yeah, D-Link said, "Fuck the third pick."
Exactly.
You lose to the Bengals, the whole coaching staff should be fired and not allowed back on the plane.
No.
Take a walk home.
Again, I'm gonna say, yeah, I can agree with that. At the same time, we have our practice squad guys out there too. Being fair,
Jerry walk home?
The point is though, is that our defense once again is carrying this team.
Which again, considering that our defense is 32nd, yay.
Touchdown Tennessee, in case you're wondering.
Sully said it's early. Dallas has lots of time to blow this, for sure.
You realize I'm happy, but I'm not like ecstatically happy. You know
what I am glad though? Aldon Smith, from week 1 to now, definitely has shown some progression, and it feels like his look, for lack of a better word, football awareness, right? It seems like his football awareness has increased.
Well, it wasn't consistent enough, I think. I think it's gotten better as he's had more time.
Where, again,
it makes sense, though. 4.5 years out of the league, he needs,
the football instincts have to reemerge a bit. So I'm just saying that it's nice to see that because, again, it leaves, I think, a good foundation. I was worried. I actually am pretty sure in like the last 2 weeks, we had an MCF and Chill where I brought up the fact that I was a little disappointed on this just because... it feels like almost like how we were hyped about McCarthy.
Let me ask you a question.
Way too much hype about him coming back onto the team.
Let me ask you a question about Aldon Smith.
Yeah.
Because to me, he has, that play was awareness, but, that wasn't really anything Aldon Smith did other than pick up the ball and run. You know what I'm saying? Like he has faltered a lot this year in the sense of being slow coming in the pass rush.
Football is a game of milliseconds. I'm just saying, like I'm trying to say he didn't jump in there reacted.
I know, but he didn't go in there, rip the ball out, pick up the ball and run. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like that. It was there and he picked up and ran. So I could have done that. I'm just trying to say no. I'm just trying to say that this play was awesome. Added to the highlights. Congrats to Aldon Smith. That's part of being a great football player or getting back to being where he was, let's say, or trying to get back to where he was, is making these kind of plays. That's part of it. But what I'm trying to say is that I would love to see him, like he had 4 sacks leading the league after 3 weeks and then kind of disappeared. So, you know what I mean? Like I'm still trying to be open-minded about Aldon Smith. And remember one major thing. I know the Cowboys didn't trade him away, but they were hoping to get a 5th round, 6th round comp pick, not a 7th round draft pick from the Seattle Seahawks. So this helps compensation picks if we let Aldon Smith go. And look at Carl Lawson, number 58. He could be a guy we can bring in. Just an idea if you look at the Bengals. But then that's one kind of way of looking at it. But I think that Aldon Smith, if we keep him, is going to have to play on a team-friendly contract. Which I don't know if he'll do that because if he's getting offers on other teams, he's going to go to other teams. So the Cowboys have to understand that there's a limit they're going to pay Aldon Smith, and then after that he's gone. We'll take the comp pick. So this only helps a team wanting him for more than and raising the comp.
Is that true? He said Miami Dolphins defense is having their way with Mahomes.
That's crazy. At least for the first quarter, I guess. Still a lot to go. Here we go. Pressure on their quarterback, Brandon. Nice defense, actually. Doris Armstrong on T. Higgins, a wide receiver. Retro mentioned it earlier about why we having like LVE on the receiver.
Again, I feel like it's because of our cornerback situation.
Well, no. The reason is because that was a short pass in the flats to, you'll see Doris Armstrong, like Aldon Smith, he'll jump back into coverage. Remember, they're playing the same position. They're playing that DPR. So you got to think of number 92, Doris Armstrong, at least in this game so far, as the replacement to Aldon Smith. Or, as a rushing, blitzing defensive back, edge rusher, or whatever you want to call it. There he goes. In the mix there. Again, the thing is the versatility from guys like Armstrong. He can play the DPR rushing spot. He can also play the edge rushing, which he did there. For guys like, you see, he's coming out now. You're bringing DeMarcus Lawrence in. You're going to probably put Crawford in the middle.
Carrasco said it. Now will we chill after a 10-point lead or thrive for more touchdowns?
Right now it's 3rd and 7. So this would be...
Tita said, they got a 30-yard sack on Mahomes, by the way. So, wow. Texas Boy also said the Bengals are down to their 3rd running back. First quarter hasn't even ended.
Yeah. Samji Fareen is back in. Hey, what is this play? Be careful here. They come in for, trying to help the inside blitz. Quick throws it out. Ooh, almost picked by Savion Smith. There is a flag. I'm assuming that's a hold. The Cowboys are offsides.
And by the way, it was Antoine Woods who was offsides on that first play. Again, didn't get the chance to say it, but
damn,
we got some trigger happy boys here today.
DeMarcus Lawrence comes in the game, gets a flag against them. Instead of being 4th down and a punt, now it's 3rd and 2. They can run or pass.
So
it's typical Cowboys shooting something in the foot.
I feel like we're gonna have to go back to when he was brought on, because Aldon Smith, I feel like was one of the guys that he was over.
Look, I put Aldon Smith in the interior. They had Aldon Smith on the interior with Tyrone Crawford, which is the combination inside. I think we should work with when it comes to a passing down. Now it's 3rd and 2. You gotta load up the box a little bit more now, and now they can throw or pass. Sorry, baby.
No, I know. It's all good.
I'm trying to do the play-by-play.
So, by the way, 5.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Time is ticking.
To run outside to T. Higgins, and he's gone for 20 yards. So that penalty cost us a huge amount of yardage, a first down. Now we.
Why are they arguing?
Because of the hit out of bounds. The hit was hard, and the entire boy's a bitch. I don't know.
No, it was we were the ones.
No, we were hitting them late at the end there because. No, something happened. But look, we were caught off guard. Who's that? Is that Jordan Lewis? He's playing the worst out of the 3 corners. Ooh.
He's the captain.
Yeah.
Oh, captain, my captain.
He just blew that one there. He blew that. He's supposed to cover that coming across the field. He's sleeping 2 steps short. That's on Jordan Lewis. The little things, the little things. Is that him not reading his keys properly? Look at that.
Great job, Tank.
DeMarcus Lawrence reading his keys properly. Again, he did cost us 30 yards. But at least he gave us back a couple on a down. So, Chris Westry, Rondell Carter. Talking about some defensive guys. Keep watching for these new numbers and names jump in there. Chris Westry's, I think, 31. So you think he's Byron Jones. He's a coverage guy. He's cornerback. I don't expect them much except on special teams. Reggie Robinson's 41. Safety. I don't expect them much except for special teams. And then Rondell Carter, I'm not sure, I forgot his number. I'll figure it out, but look for him on the inside on some 3-tech plays today. A lot of undrafted and
they dropped back for a pass.
Damn, caught on. I mean, T. Higgins covered by LV. I mean, it's a mismatch. And T. Higgins is pissed because he really should have been gone for a lot more. LV
now
made
it's
a great
3rd and 4, 3rd and 3. I'm not sure. 3rd and 1. Yeah, I'm just not sure where they marked him down.
Guys,
since he slid.
LVE.
Is LVE hurt or he's just walking?
He's probably banged himself up again because that's what he does. But the thing is, LVE's here falling to the right, leveraging to the right. Now goes to the left. Boyd's got him. These guys are playing. They just don't know how to play Mike Nolan's scheme. And I don't know if a lot of people know how to do that because maybe Mike Nolan doesn't explain it well. But, man, I'm telling you.
Bad look for our Cowboys. But especially, our linebackers have never looked worse. Ever.
And that's saying a lot because last year we had some issues.
That's saying a lot because we've had years where we didn't have Sean Lee or Jalen Smith or LVE.
No, I'm talking about recent years. Yeah, there's easy first down. Come on, 3rd and 1. This all happened because of the 2nd and 12. We got 11 yards. This you can't blame the first down on this play. I blame the first down on the play before this.
Watch.
Samji Perrine is in there. He was formerly of the Washington football team. They're down to their third. Really, because Joe Mixon's their starter. Look, these are the other two guys, Giovanni Bernard and Trayvon Williams. They both fumbled on their first drive. On Giovanni's first carry. First time two Bengals have fumbled in the same game since 1994. November 27th, 1994 to be specific. So...
There's Steve Broussard and someone else. I didn't see the second name.
Steve Broussard. I remember those days with the Cowboys. We had him. He
Bengals back on that. Ooh,
good defense.
Hey, Savion Smith's having a pretty solid, drive there so far.
It's just a matter of time. But yes, we're playing the Bengals. So again, number 80. I'm not really even sure that it was.
I think we're keeping our expectations pretty realistic here.
Is that Mike Thomas? I think that's the only guy left that I don't know on their team. So it must be Mike Thomas because. And again, he's their fifth receiver, so you're seeing the reason why.
Yeah, honestly,
a little bit bad pass. Also, he extended a little late.
It's a combination of those things. Savion Smith didn't do a bad job, but
he was beat, but he didn't throw his hand up there. They got both running backs now. Trayvon Williams, the fullback. It's a run draw up the middle. LVE out of position.
Xavier Woods with the tackle.
2nd and 10. They gained 9 yards, and that's all on. That's all on.
Now,
you can say Spike Nolan.
I'm not sure what channel the game is on, just because we're not getting it locally.
We got the NFL Sunday ticket, but look at LV. Look at this. He went to he took the guy came at him through the hole they're running through. LV ran around it. He's like, I'm gonna get you this way, but I'm gonna open the hole for you. LV still missed the tackle on top of it. He took the wrong gap and he missed this tackle. This is what bothers me about watching the Cowboys. I can't. Just every play, it's an up and down fucking thing. And that's what happens when you have a shitty team on the field. When you have all these injuries and all this stuff. 3rd and 1. Do I get mad if they get a first down? They're in shotgun. They're gonna run. Now it's 3rd and 6 if it's a false start.
I'm assuming it was if they stopped the play. Oh,
of course.
There you go. So Titan Anderson, what's up? Much love. We have Tosha Smith in the house saying we need these next 4 games. Let's go. So Devontae Griffin said it's a scheme, bro. Mike Nolan's scheme is trash.
But how does that? Let me ask. Can you read that for a second? How does that excuse LV fucking E? You can't blame the scheme and LV on that play. On that play, LV just took the wrong guy. That's all on LVE. He wasn't told to go. He's supposed to. He's seen the guy coming through the hole. You got to hit the gap. Now listen, I don't know what his gap assignment was. I'm not a mind reader, but the defensive line did not do their job. Holding that's number 1. And then it hurts the linebackers that have to pick the gap. But LV picked the wrong gap, if that's what it comes down to. I mean, the guy, he saw the fullback coming into the hole he's supposed to be taking. And listen, if he takes that hole, maybe bounce it out to that gap that he took, that LV took. But my point is, there's people missing their assignments. Plain and simple. So you can say that Mike Nolan's putting guys in bad position. No. Maybe he's not the guy to run this defense. I can agree with that. But he's putting guys in the position they're supposed to be in, and they don't know what to do. That's on the players. Case closed. Could they get put in better situations? Sure. But you still play football. You don't play like that. That's just disastrous. And it's every single week these players missing their assignments, not reading the keys of the play. From the play call from Nolan to the linebacker. I've seen linebackers making mistakes, not making the play calls.
I wanted to say last week, but no, just a few days ago. Do you remember that one play that LVE just completely...
There's another. No, it's a first down now, 3rd and inches. Listen, he got another fumble? No, what happened there at the end? He got it. Brandon Allen got the first down. Quarterback sneak up the gut, which I assumed.
Anyway, the only reason I'm highlighting that play is because LV even said, he's like, oh yeah, that was all on me. I messed up. Like, he just looked the wrong way.
Yeah.
That just highlights what we're talking about, because... You can't scheme your way out of a player looking this way when he should be looking this way. That's it. There's no...
In LVE, last week, this Baltimore game, he said, I looked at the wrong guy. I mean, that's not Mike Nolan's fault. It's LVE's fault. Mike Nolan
that's not
Mike Nolan still has a problem with this.
We're not like giving excuses for the scheme either.
I like that.
We're just trying to say that you can't deny that the players have something to do with it.
Damn it. No, it's not that. It's just, what is he doing? Rashard Robinson, don't be a schmucko.
Okay.
No,
he didn't slide till the end there.
I know, but he jumped and went like this. I'm like, don't hit him in the head. Listen, the thing is this. That was a deceptive coverage there by Mike Nolan. You can hate on him all you want, and I don't like him either, but Mike Nolan, actually deceptive. You never would have seen this play in the back end by Marinelli. Ever. You had Xavier Woods playing down in the box. He ran back to the middle zone and covered T. Higgins. That was a great play there, designed and performed in the backfield. So but unfortunately, everyone was covered. Everyone was covered, so Brandon Allen ran, and then, of course, Tank misses an opportunity there. Outside run to Tyler Boyd. He gets about, now another 3rd and 1.
Zachary brings up a good point. The Cowboys put in Justin March and Joe Thomas. LVE is definitely struggling. Cowboys Abroad said the case ain't closed. I haven't made my arguments yet.
Who is that? What?
Cowboys Abroad.
I love you, man.
Oh, so but go Cowboys. Andrew Lunsford, what's up? So, and guys, unfortunately, it's not on cable. I'm not really sure. Yeah, it really depends. I think unless you're in the
Dallas or Cincinnati
area or the Dallas area.
Here we go. We're loading up the front there. It's 3rd and 1. And they did not get the first, I don't think. I think they're short. Yeah, he didn't get any yardage, so it's 4th and 1. That's our 3rd. If I'm not mistaken, that's our 3rd 3rd and 1 in a row we faced. This is the first one we stopped. But they'll go for it on 4th, guarantee it.
They should.
I'm going to tell you they're going to go for it. Because they
have nothing to lose.
They have nothing to lose. Why not? I mean, I know they can kick the field goal, but they're going to be they didn't really gain a yard there. My point is that if the Ravens went for it on 4th and 2. I know they're the Ravens.
I mean, I know, but considering
they haven't been stopped,
considering their offense, do you think the Bengals should also be the type of team that needs to kind of take the sure points when you have them?
What are they playing for?
I don't know.
No, the 3rd pick. Why not go for it if you're them? So remember, baby, you forget that we have a chance in the NFC East. And listen, I'm being real. We really don't have a chance, but we have a chance still to do something.
The Bengals have been out for a while.
Bengals been out. The Bengals are going to stay out. The Bengals are now close to it. Nowhere. No. They have all against like us a lot of injuries. They're nowhere close to being into the playoffs. They can't win. They can't make the playoffs. They can't win the division. So they're out. The Bengals are out. They're playing for one thing and one thing only, and that is the highest pick possible. And some little bit of respect, but in Cincinnati, really, they have a respectable team ever. So my point is that the Bengals have really no reason to not go for this. If I'm them, I go for it without question. When you have nothing to lose, you go for it. So the Bengals so far this game, and again, we're in the second quarter now officially, but so far this game, guys, the Bengals have rushed for 40. Well, let me put this: they've rushed for 40 yards in each of the last 2 games total. That's it. 40 yards last game, 40 yards the game before that for the Bengals. Right now in the first quarter, 1 quarter down, we're entering the second quarter. In the first quarter, the Bengals already have 40 yards on the ground. They're looking at a 160-yard game if you're going to extrapolate that to 4 quarters. So we're back to the same old bullshit. Now, like the wife said, Giovanni Bernard was one of her major issues. He fumbled the first play. The backup running back fumbles. The 3rd stringer is in there now. And really their best running back is T. Higgins right now because they give him the jet sweep twice, and he's got a lot of yardage. But we've stopped their running backs. We've caused turnovers. We've also allowed a couple little plays. I knew we would. And we're allowing a lot of plays to the receiver around the corner. So, again, out of their 40 yards, I'm going to assume like 20 of them came from T. Higgins. 20 yards probably from the running backs. And, you add 2 fumbles in there. It's productive for the Cowboys. We're doing okay. When you look at where those rushing yards are coming from. Again, we got to stop that fucking jet sweep. Eventually, it shouldn't work anymore, right? They did it twice in a quarter. And by the way, that turnover, that touchdown, recovery, fumble by Aldon Smith, running it 70 yards for a touchdown. That's our... Again, I wanted to reiterate what I said earlier, but our first defensive touchdown since the Giants. Since Dak's broken leg game on November 4th. I'm sorry, November 4th, 2019.
4th and 1, baby, watch.
Okay, we are going for it. I don't know why they say 2019. It was this year. There's a run to the outside. Got a fumble! Another fumble!
Are you kidding me?
They lost the fumble! Hit the ball! Fall on the ball, Jalen. You schmuck. Cowboys ball. Because if not, it's a first down Cincinnati.
But it has to be
Cowboys
our ball. That was the last one, right?
Well, no, he was still fumbling with it. It is our ball, but
they're calling it our ball.
I know. But he almost didn't. He recovered it, and then
it
popped out again.
Because the Bengal player recovered it, and then it slipped out.
Watch. You'll see. Watch. Just keep watching. Again,
Look,
Jalen Smith at the end. Watch.
Here.
No, he didn't recover it. Watch Jalen Smith. Watch to the end, baby. I know. I saw it.
Who laid that hit, by the way?
It was Savion Smith. No, Darian Thompson. Nice hit. Okay. Watch. It comes out of here to the back end. Now watch. Jalen Smith trying to pick it up. Why? Just fall on the goddamn ball. And he falls on it. It still pops out, and then he recovers it. Watch. It's still bouncing around in there. He finally he goes sideways and get. I mean, he's just.
I don't really see him try to get up, baby.
He did.
So maybe I'm just saying.
He tried to pick it up. Is my point. He kind of went up to it.
3 Bengal turnovers, guys. Damn.
In a quarter, basically, a run to Zeke. First run to Zeke, by the way. We talked about him being active for this game because of that calf injury.
It just didn't go anywhere, remember?
With Zeke?
Yeah, 2 yards, 1 yard. Yeah. That was it.
And that to me is the biggest thing we have to see is we have to see us run the ball. We're stopping their run right now. Didn't I just say that 40 yards of rushing yards we've given up, and that was their third jet sweep. The third jet sweep. And I said we're going to figure it out literally as that happened. So, we're running Zeke out of the backfield, so no protection, 2nd and 5. It's a pass look only here. It's an open backfield. We got 5 receivers going quick to Zeke on a slant and for 4 yards. So it's like a 4-yard run by Zeke there. Yeah, 3rd and 1.
There we go. So let me read a few of your comments now that we lived through that moment.
Yeah, and I don't know why the Dallas Cowboys they look up tempo. Under center, 3rd and 1. Everything we asked for. Can we get the first? Yes, we can. And again, that's all we got to do is just run the ball we run up the gut, guys. We should be able to work them. We should be able to work this team. They don't even have, Geno Atkins not in. They got Christian Covington and who's the other guy that they have in there? 2 scrubby guys inside. Yeah. Mike Phillips?
Here, let me read some of the comments. Sorry. So, let me see.
Mike Thomas?
Yeah. A lot of you guys freaking out. Cowboys Abroad said if we misuse the talent if we misuse the talent of the player and don't maximize their strengths, it's on the coach as well. Texas Boy said,
I agree,
Bengals need to give us the ball every play.
That's a hold by Brandon Knight. That should be, only Tony Pollard got split there. But, hey, that was Carl Lawson working Brandon Knight, 69. And Brandon Knight held him. They didn't call the flag there, but he did hold him. Thank goodness.
D-Link said Thompson laid the wood. Yeah. Melvin Clark said, God, I hate our offense. Rosa Flex said, God damn it. Justin Crow said our defense needs some rest. Hopefully the offense provides it.
Yeah, we've been really quick with 3 and outs. When we got the ball in great field position, we still haven't. We got points off of Aldon Smith on defense. So even though we've been bashing the defense the whole day, defense has been the best thing on this team. You know it and I know it.
Again, like I said at the beginning of the stream, it's unfortunate that our 32nd ranked defense is the best thing.
Is what's holding our team together. They got more points than our offense, and we were losing yards on offense. I'd rather give the ball back to the defense and let them play fucking offense.
Cowboys Around said if your scheme confuses your own players, it's also on the coach.
I'm not.
Chris Dancer said we need to put Gilbert in. Dalton's vision isn't good behind the O-line.
We don't dream of that today. It ain't happening. This is Andy Dalton's, game against his old team.
It's his game to win or lose.
Cowboys don't want to hurt. They don't want to hurt Garrett Gilbert.
I know, but No Dak Ninja had said all the way, like the beginning of the stream, he's like, I wish that the reason we were watching Andy Dalton here today is because we thought Dak was going to dominate and he didn't even need to play this game.
I did. We did our. It's 3rd and 9, by the way. We did our simulation.
Flag?
We did our simulation. It's a flag. We did our simulation based off of Joe Burrow versus Dak Prescott, right? And we actually took Dak Prescott. It's on us, yeah. We took Dak Prescott and we took him out of our mid-season simulation.
Amari Cooper.
Yeah, flag on Cooper. We're just going backwards. This is the offense that you guys love. This. That's why I'm wearing this shirt. I'm wearing this Cleveland Brown. I'm wearing this. He got us this jersey, but Cleveland Brown, I want him to know that this is the end of Kellen Moore's road.
John Lindsay cracked me up. He's like, look like Cincy's a smarter team with all these damn fumbles. They want a top 3 pick.
It's incredible. We have these fumbles. There we go, Amari Cooper. Quick slant for a first down.
Cooper
again,
giveth and taketh away.
Cooper made it back, so he's made up for his mistake. DeMarcus Lawrence made up for his mistake.
Man, I do have to agree with you, Melvin Clark. Our offense is a nightmare for various different reasons. It's like whenever they do good, it's almost like, why? Why are you trying to do good now? You had your chance.
Well, again, when you look at a play that's a 3rd and 14, that's Kellen Moore special right there. He's had a lot of practice on that, and it's all he really calls is the 14-yard fucking play.
Kellen Moore feels like that kid who waits till like 2 days before an assignment's due to start it because he thinks he works best under pressure.
What was that? I know it was misdirection, but wow.
We got lucky there.
It looked like Andy Dalton was not doing the right job there. Should I blame Kellen Moore for not putting Andy Dalton in the right spot there to hand the ball off? I don't know. I'm just making a point. Sometimes the players got to learn. I mean, that's definitely. I know there's a misdirection, but Dalton took it too up the field, down the middle, and he didn't take it wide enough, in my opinion.
Honestly, it looks like there was a miscommunication, probably on both parts, because I don't think.
That's all on Kellen Moore. I'm joking. That's on the players.
No, but I'm trying to say I don't think Tony Pollard.
I'm messing with Cowboys
abroad. I don't know what happened there, but I think Tony Pollard and Dalton were both.
So run up the gut to Tony Pollard there. Nothing. No gain. Oh, no, McGovern. Is he all right? Or is he just mad? Okay. McGovern was mad there. Yeah. Thank goodness. He was
I know. It looked like
that could be an injury. Look, you're right. Here comes Miami. Tua taking TDs against KC right there. Hey. So they're up by, 7-0 now. Gesicki. He threw 2 interceptions. Shit, I should have left the Dolphins defense in today. I dropped them.
Look,
who thought they were done good?
No one would have put in the Dolphins.
No, the Bengals are offside. They're off. Carl Lawson, 58. His helmet was over the line. They didn't call it.
Ooh,
Another catch
by
Amari Cooper on
well
3rd and
done.
5. 5 is greater than 1. Remember that, Philly. But no, Amari Cooper with the catch. Nice play by Coop there. Nice grab by Cooper. Good. Again, you know what I like, though? I will say something that this guy is doing here, Kellen Moore. Quick. I've been saying this for fucking 4 years on this channel.
So it's like we're actually trying to win.
I know, but we never tried. We never did a lot of this the whole year. We didn't do a lot of quick, up-tempo shit. We didn't do a lot of...
D-Lake said, why would Cowboy fans rooting to lose are the same fans asking to fire McCarthy his first season after every game?
It's the fan base. What do you expect, guys? Now, 1st and 10, we're on the Bengals 42. They're bringing 4. No pressure, but they knocked the ball down to a wide open Michael Gallup.
Wonderful.
The line of scrimmage knocked it down. Sam Hubbard, the guy I talked about yesterday, 94. You know.
Looks like the Vikings missed a field goal, by the way, so another L for Dan Bailey.
Yeah, true. The Bengals' first team since 2013 to lose a fumble on each of their first 3 possessions. And we're only up 10-0.
It looks like the Patriots were actually the last team to do that, so that's awkward.
Yeah, but we're up 10-0. We should be up like 24-0. Whatever. We suck too.
Again, the fact that we're only up 10-0 is a sign of how anemic our offense is.
We'll take it, right? Zeke, B gap back to A in the middle there. Gets about 4 yards. Nah, 4. Yeah. 3rd down and about 6 to go or so. So let's see if we let's say Amari can convert another 1st down for us on this one. What do you think? I mean, how predictable will we get? I don't know. Listen, all I know is this. We had 11 days, non-football days, to get ready for Baltimore. And you saw we looked out there pretty shitty on all 3 sides of the ball. We only had 4-day break, all right? On those 4 days, at 3 a.m. Wednesday, the Cowboys arrived back in Dallas. And then Saturday afternoon flew to Cincinnati. So it's really a 3-day break. And we're playing the Bengals, pretty decently. There's a hold on the outside. Brandon Knight. Ooh. It is a beautiful catch by CeeDee Lamb, but hopefully there's no flag. Because Brandon,
they're good.
Wow, we are getting. Listen, they must be we're getting the Andy Dalton calls right now because I'm telling you, Brandon Knight. Look at you can't see him. Number 69 against Carl Lawson at 58, and every time he's holding, he's getting closer and closer. We're lucky on this 3rd. Look at the outside. Look at that. He's hooking him. See Carl Lawson getting there. He's getting closer and closer. Brandon Knight let him go at the end, but he hooked him. We're lucky he didn't get a call against him. But Brandon Knight against Carl Lawson, I've been saying it since day 1 this week.
Said, which Cowboys wide receiver will reach 100 yards this game? Right now,
it's looking like Cooper. And there's Gallup. He's getting closer.
Gallup, I guess. I mean.
No, they're both, listen, all 3 of them.
How about this?
Same time.
Exactly. It's going to be a competition.
One guy catches it, pitches it back. The other guy catches it, pitches it. The other guy. They all get the yardage. Hit the 100 yards at the same time. Actually, the guy who gets it last will get the credit for the yardage, by the way, in case you didn't know how that works. That's how them stats work. So. Man, listen. Too bad this isn't week 1. We're up 10-0, right? It's a whole different season, a whole different viewpoint. We got Amari in motion from right to left by himself, and going now from left to right. Dalton Schultz resetting, which you like to see some motion, some movement. Pre-snap, Zeke cuts back, 1 yard gain for him.
That's it.
2nd and 9 from the 11, the Bengals 11. Can we not settle for a field goal? Now listen, yesterday's simulation we were seeing in the red zone. What do we see? We saw running the whole game, and then in the red zone, passing. This game, you're seeing passing the whole game, and I believe we'll probably go back to running in the red zone.
Yeah.
For better or for worse.
Maker said, why are we winning? Melvin Clark said, come on, offense, get 6, please.
Let's show some respect here and get 6 damn points on the board.
By the way, guys, 6 minutes, 45 seconds left in the second quarter. 2nd and 9. Cowboys on, the Bengals 11.
Up by 10, now up by 17.
Did they hit the ground?
Touchdown, that's Amari Cooper. Yes, touchdown Cowboys. Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Yes, ma'am. But yes, sir, to those Cowboy fans out there. I meant that. Guys, Cowboys are like blowing out. Again, what did I say about a possible blowout? It would probably happen on the Cowboys side, baby. On the Cowboys side, it's probably going to happen.
I thought it hit the ground. That's why I was just like, oh.
Amari, nice grab going low for that one.
Oh, my God.
Rolling into the end zone there. If that was Dak throwing the ball, everyone would be saying, look at that bad pass by Dak. If he put a fuck you. Shut the fuck up. We're going to sign Dak. Shut up. I mean, Dak's worst throws look like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously we know he's thrown some over and under, hit the ground, but I'm saying generally his bad throws.
That's Andy Dalton at his best.
That would be if you see a bad pass from Dak, that's his consistent bad pass would be a little low, a little high, a little off, a little back.
Make it.
Greg the leg sneaks it through there barely, but he knocks it through.
That.
17-0.
Now we're getting into minor territory for him. Where every kick looks ugly.
He's got to look. He's representing. He's representing, I don't know, the Horny Toads? I don't know. But he's representing going back to Cincinnati and showing them, hey.
There we go.
Never better than Brandon Allen.
So, D-Link said, Coop. Randolph just said, it looks like McCarthy's either calling the plays or has a bigger input. He has the play sheet and is making calls from it.
That could be it, too. But I'm seeing, quicker up-tempo, finding... And that whole drive, we heard of 3-4 straight third downs?
Remind me to look at McCarthy next time they kind of show him, I guess. I didn't really catch that, but if that is the case, if something is a little bit different.
I would not jump to that yet, because he might be looking at the play sheet. Doesn't mean maybe he's looking at what is being called. He hears the plays. So he's looking at it. But
I guess, but Hawk just said, wow. Cool. Curtis said the scoreboard, so you got it.
So, yeah, fuck the third round.
No Dak Neighbor said the Bengals know how to tank better. Titan Anderson said, MCF, we're both winning right now. So Melvin Clark said, let's make it hard for the Giants and the football team.
We'll definitely, hopefully be a spoiler of some sort at the very least. But Titan Anderson, I did want to ask, because I don't even know how they're doing, your Titan defense. I played them today in I'm in the playoffs of our Cowboy YouTuber League. I'm the 6th seed. I think I'm going against Law Nation. So I put in... I dropped the Dolphins defense. As you can see, who would have thought Dolphins would have done? And I picked up 2 defenses, but I decided to start the Titans defense because they're playing Jacksonville. I know they haven't had a good year on defense.
I mean, they're winning right now. They're up.
My point is how many points are they allowed? That's the key.
There we go. Yep, we're on the Don Smith just got the score update. Cowboys are up 17-0.
Yes, sir. Much love to Ron the Don.
I mean, just three, right? No, we ran it in with Pollard. The first one, right?
I think you're thinking of last night's simulation. It was Aldon Smith running for a touchdown.
Oh, that's right. Aldon Smith got the
defensive touchdown and a field goal, and then Amari Cooper for a touchdown here that we just saw here. And by the way, we're on the Don. We're talking about the three turnovers for the Browns. For the Bengals. 3 turnovers for the Bengals. 3 this, 3 that. Guess what? 3 scores. You're 3 back on first place on the overall board right now for Ron the Don Smith. Just wanted to make that clear for him.
Shakir Latif said he deserves his revenge game.
Yeah, hey, might as well give it to him
revenge
here.
of the redhead.
Again, if he plays well enough, someone wants to put up he was talking to his wife. If someone next year wants to make him a 1-year starter, we get a better comp pick. Some of that could be because of this game. We don't know. We'll see.
Honestly, I'm going to assume that there's going to be a lot of teams just looking for
viable.
No, we have to be realistic. I know I don't really want to talk about the draft or the offseason, but do you guys know what the market for veteran players is going to look like when we don't know what the draft's going to look like?
Good point.
Just trying to say that it's really going to be
a hold there. They got to call a hold there on 34.
Oh, no, because they missed all those holds on Brandon Knight. Fair is fair.
34 leggy hell right there, but all right.
Just saying.
So just for our defense, so you guys know who was on our defensive, kind of our defensive team today here. DeMarcus Lawrence and Aldon Smith at the edge with some, rotation from Dorrance Armstrong and Randy Gregory inside, Neville Gallimore, Antoine Woods. But you're going to see sometimes, a lot of times, I think in passing situations, Crawford in there. And also you're going to see some Aldon Smith playing inside. Linebackers, of course, LVE, Jalen Smith. Jordan Lewis, Rashard Robinson, Savion Smith, when they're running 11 personnel, which is the third receiver, that's already 3 corners, believe it or not. And Xavier Woods and Darian Thompson in the back end. Will we see Reggie Robinson, number 41? I'm hoping at the safety spots once in a blue moon, but we're not seeing him yet. He's only special teams.
Damn.
And I can say it's like
first? No.
Sean Lee's in this play. They got 9 yards on a run. I mean, they are starting to tear us up now. I'm feeling the tearing occurring from our defense here, guys.
Again, there's only so much we can do, but the good thing is we can probably still count on them making offensive mistakes that our defense can still capitalize on.
I know,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you know what scares me? I'm seeing this happening, and a lot of this has to do, and I hate saying it, but again, he's still just practice squad, and he's out there. Number 79, Justin Hamilton. He didn't hold his gap at all. He just kind of ran through the gap, and it's just not good.
Well, now it's 2nd and 1.
There you go. Dorrance Armstrong.
Ooh.
He was ready to, he was unblocked. So Dorrance Armstrong, Gregory involved in that. Good play with a third and half a yard.
Damn, they did mark him short.
Third and half a yard.
Damn. So Mexi91 said the Cowboys are doing good. Hopefully the Giants or Washington lose. Ben Saban said go Cowboys. Joey999 said why not Washington and Giants? So,
why not what?
I think he was replying to somebody else. So
by the way, that was Cooper, guys. He's going to get a career. This is going to be a career high year for him. I know people have been sleeping. Oh, he's not that good. Guys, this is career high this year. He's getting close to it. He's almost at 1,000 yards already, too, receiving. Bet you didn't know. A lot of people didn't know that. Oh! Randy Gregory, I got to give him credit because that was a tricky play, but he missed the chance to stop him for 3 yards lost, and that's the difference. When maybe next year, Randy Gregory, he'll be more ready for that.
But you have to remember that he's also a guy who's been out of the league
for a bunch of years on and off. Yeah. It's been tough to be consistent for me, Randy
Gregory.
Even
if he was back or he did play, like you said, it's hard to get consistent play. And we also have to admit that, at least from what we know of Randy Gregory's personal journey, even if he was playing before, his mind wasn't, as in it. He wasn't as dedicated to it as he is now. Yeah, you see Doug Nussmeier sitting with Andy Dalton. Play action RPO, some pressure from Gregory. Good job by Gregory. Good tackle by Xavier Woods. But it was a first down, and it's unfortunately a 6 or 7 yard gain. So it's like 2nd and 3 or 4. 2nd and 3. So Sully said, what is the market going to be when the majority of NFL teams are going to cut high-cost players because the salary cap is not going up and possibly. And that's why when you say down. Veteran players, I don't think it's going to happen as much as you think because there's going to be a lot of guys next year being thrown out into the free agent pool. We have to take a lot less money. Just because the NFL is going to be hit by COVID the same way everyone else, guess what? You think NFL players are the only ones who have to take pay cuts and take any JOB that comes along because they want a job? We're going to see veteran players playing for dirt cheap. Well, that's what I'm trying to say is first down for them. It's either that or they don't play. Do you get what it just... Right, no, I agree. Some players might be better, can maybe afford to sit out a year or not play or whatever. No, most players, exactly. No, what I'm trying to say is that the top edge, the top level of the top of the top are going to get paid. I don't care what fucking year it is. They're going to get paid. Trust me on that. Dak Prescott, if he gets a long-term deal, he ain't going to take a team-friendly deal because of COVID. He's going to get paid. When you look at all the mid-range and underneath, those guys are going to be left, those veterans that have been around, they're trying to get, like Andy Dalton. He can't take that much money next year because nobody has that much money. That's why Andy Dalton is going to take a job if he wants to, if he wants a job. That's what I'm trying to say, that all these veteran players, they're still going to work. It's not like we're not going to see like a high NFL unemployment rate. They're just going to take a lot less money. And you'll have a small percentage that will be will choose that route. There will be a higher than average percentage of players that end up not playing. And I'll say cheaper, better veterans, but also you also can lose on that too. Again, we're going to see guys like Sean Lee. If he wants to play. That's the thing. It's just I feel like it really depends on the player. We're going to see guys like Sean Lee are probably going to choose retirement over playing. You get what I'm trying to say? Yeah. Coaching, other avenues, positions. Play action. Over the top, overthrown, like we've seen multiple times in our stream yesterday. And he's going like this because it's his fault. Brandon Allen, 3rd and 5 with 2:31 to play before halftime. And remember, we're up 17-0. We get the ball starting the second half. Can we do a little bookending here? Or as Mike McCarthy calls it, a double-double? Yeah. And Sully, we got you. We'll answer that draft question when we hit halftime here. But in general, Mr. MCF is a much bigger fan of trading down. Even with guys like Surtain. I know the defensive end. A lot of people here in the chat. You can trade down and get Surtain. A lot of people here in the chat, and myself included, wouldn't mind even seeing offensive. Interception! No. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? What? First of all, he got touched. Secondly, goddamn, how did we not intercept that ball? Savion Smith. I need to see that again. AJ Green, what a fucking catch. I'm sorry. Was he touched? What a catch. I thought he was touched. He was touched. Yeah, he was banged right here. Right there. Thank goodness. Oh. Savion Smith. It's like he intercepted the interception. Does that make any sense? I know it's supposed to be to him, but Man. He got touched, though. Why are they even replaying this? He got hit right there. Come on, man. Are these announcers blind? Please challenge it. Please throw the challenge flag out. It's 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning. So no challenge available. I guess. No challenge. Listen, it's okay. I hope they challenge it. Please challenge it. Well, doesn't that, I don't want to say an automatic review, but since it does go to a... No, I don't think that... Timeout? Aren't they looking at it now? I think it has to be... Since it's a timeout? No? First of all, you said it's an automatic review? No. I'm saying it's a timeout now.
They don't review them unless they call it. They have to do a specific review for it.
Okay.
They have to be called, or it has to be challenged. They don't. Maybe they only review automatically 2 things: turnovers, touchdowns. That's it.
So I guess, can you technically challenge now
that
the 2? So
the
now
2-minute
that the
warning
2-minute warning hit and they didn't call a challenge flag, that's
correct.
It?
It had to be before 2 minutes. I'm pretty sure. Maybe they threw it before it hit 2 minutes. Maybe they'll give them a chance. But I think the rule is when it hits 2 minutes, you can't throw a challenge flag anymore.
Yes. So, and yes, guys, remember, we aren't watching the game like live necessarily, right?
We don't say it like that. Okay. We're watching it live, but watching it through a streaming system, so it's taking a little longer.
There's no other way we could be watching it.
Hey, Kuwait 433 in the place to be. Welcome to the MCF family here, my Cowboys family. Welcome.
I'm not watching it from the future. I'm just saying, what I meant to say by live is in the sense of, like, we're not getting the game from our local, TV channels, because it's not locally broadcast for us here.
For most of the country, it's not locally broadcast. So we have 100 plus in the house. Don't forget.
Hit the like button if you guys do like what you're watching here at MCF. Subscribe
like down below. Like you just saw, Kuwait 833 just subscribe. So
thank you for joining the fam. And of course,
red button.
When you sub up, hit that notification bell, set your notification settings to all so you never miss when we go live.
Do you know that right now, look at the score. What is the score?
Say 17-0.
And what is again, I know we got 2 minutes for halftime, but do you know that this is the Cowboys' largest lead this year at any point of the game?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think before this, I bet you it was something like 8 points? Like nope. It could not have been.
The only other double-digit lead we had was 13. Do you know what that was against? The previously undefeated Pittsburgh Steelers.
That's right.
And we lost that game, unfortunately. But yes.
I forgot about that one.
We led by 13 early on that one. It was a 13-0, I think it was, if I recall. This one's 17-0, as they show in the Icky Wood Shuffle. I remember those days. No more shuffling there unless you're shuffling the fuck out of Cincinnati. That's it. But listen, I will say this: the Bengals right now, they have to kind of have to, be quicker now in the air, throwing the ball a lot more. But running the ball, guys, they should. If I was them in the second half, I would continue to focus on running the ball. If I'm Cincinnati against our weak interior defensive line,
and there they go. Why wouldn't you?
There you go. Look at that first fucking play. Cowboys are on pace right now. The Cowboys are on pace to, of course, break the points allowed per game. Right now, we're still 44 points away in 3.5 games now.
So do yards allowed now?
Yards on the ground. Yeah, yes, rushing yards. Rushing yards, you're seeing them they're ripping us a new one here again. And they suck at running the ball. The Cowboys right now are on pace to allow 2,685 rushing yards against them on defense this year. The top 5 in the history, we would be, let me just put it this way, guys. We would be the 4th worst in history on allowing rushing yards.
Wonderful.
The Colts, they were 12-4 in 2006. They allowed the most in history. Think about that. The Lions 0-16. They allowed the most in history was 2,768 yards. So we're looking at about under 100-yard difference between us and the top spot. You never know. Look at that hold on Dorrance Armstrong. Go backwards, make the tackle. No tackles made. Jordan Lewis finally makes a tackle. A yard.
Lose like 6 yards.
Yeah, they lost a yard. They should have lost like 6 yards, like you said. Yeah, 7 yards. What the hell's going on? Other than the Colts being 12-4 and leading the whole NFL history there, guys, with the most rushing yards allowed with 2,768, the Lions are 0-16. The Bills are next on that list, 4-12. The Niners, 2-14. You getting the theme here?
Yeah.
Down to the 5th place team for now, which is our 2000 Cowboys. That was a horrible year. 2,636 yards allowed. We're going to be breaking that on the ground probably this year. Cowboys probably will allow. We'll break the most points scored against us for the Cowboy history, and the most rushing yards allowed in Cowboys history. But we're also going to be challenging for the top 5 in most points allowed in history, and every team, right? And not just the Cowboys history. And we're also going to be in the top 5 in most rushing yards allowed in history.
No, Declan just said going to have to stream a lot more Cowboy games if they don't get their act together next season.
And I think this is a repercussion of the horrible season. They're flexing us out, and they're not showing us as the big game. Why? Because because we suck, but we're missing our entire team, and we're out of the playoffs. Next year, when they schedule us, they'll be penciling the Cowboys in every other week because we bring in money to the NFL. They know it. We know. We all know.
By the way, guess who also?
And we'll be back.
Missed another field goal. Dan Bailey again.
Jeez, man. All right.
Just saying, and he also missed an extra point.
I guess you want to keep Greg the leg a little longer.
Just trying to highlight the fact that
I know
everybody sucks everywhere.
It's a sucky year. Much love to Jesus.
Thank you,
Alan Loera Lopez.
Thank you for summing it up.
Go Cowboys and welcome to the familia here on MCF, my Cowboys family.
And,
appreciate you.
Justin Curls and Jump to remember those dark years.
Oh man,
right?
I do remember them. Unfortunately,
when they were doing that shuffle.
For them, those are their best years. Those are our darker years.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
Depends which outlook you're looking at, right? Which side are you looking at of the coin? But listen, as far as I'm concerned,
look,
I'm seeing pride in the field by the Cowboys. We're playing
out of that pit.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You know,
this year, the reason we're not getting the teams, that we're getting them taken away and not being the featured game is because of our injuries, our record, and the way we're playing on the field.
But it's been a long time since we've been in
next year we'll be back.
Position.
Yeah, next year we'll be back. Like Aldon Smith is back on the star level.
Much love with the $5 holla saying, well, hopefully this will put me up a little closer till I get more money to be back on top.
5 is greater than 1. And by the way,
thank you, Ron the dog.
Ron just became number 1 on the overall board. You're on the top of the board, brother. You got the takeover.
You go, Ron.
That did put you up.
And that also brings Vote Pollard for Pro Bowl, Mr. Cowboys Abroad, down to Tony Pollard.
It's ironic that a Tony Pollard holler, a $20 drop, gives you that. At least 20 or 21, right? I mean, at least 21. We know 21 for sure.
But thank you, Ron Smith. Much love to you. Bengals
Pollard.
Go back for a pass. LVE
5-yard gain, but it keeps it in bounds. They got 1 timeout left, and it's under 40 seconds to go. Time is ticking. I'm going to fix the leaderboard. They used their last timeout. There's still a lot of time left. They take a sack. They can still spike it or run their guys out to kick a field goal if they need to. I don't know why it's 3rd and 5 now. So hit the chat. I'm going to hit the board up here. I'm going to fix
Justin Crow said Dak is box office. I mean,
correct.
Talk about putting butts in seats. I wonder, actually, it sounds silly. I mean, we talk a lot about the Dallas Cowboy fans or the experience or whatever, but I wonder if the fact that, even though our stadium's open with COVID and everything else, the fact that you can't experience the Dallas Cowboys experience, so to speak, if that's not hurting us as well. We suck, but people would still be going to games.
I
people
agree
would
with
still
that.
be hitting the road. It wouldn't be as many. It wouldn't be as fun. It's not. I'm not saying the heart would necessarily be there, but the bodies would be.
I think that's it goes both ways. I don't know if I agree 100%. Cowboy fans are fickle as shit, and they don't show up to games.
But they don't like to party.
When we're losing, they don't show up. They don't party. Cowboy fans don't do a lot of that. So I'm just being real, but depending on the way they're feeling about this year, and accepting the fact that the injuries are something that's just too insurmountable. I would still be going to the games, but again, you got to also think of some hate that is going around there towards Jerry Jones, and he well deserves it. But why is he getting that hate? Why is he getting the hate? Because he's charging how much for food and parking, and it is so much money in this time during these holidays, during this COVID time. Are you kidding me? So I don't know if there'd be so many people. I know there'd be a lot of fans from other teams there. That's for sure. More than we've ever seen, probably, which would be a new low for the Cowboys.
You might be right, because it looks like the Giants are trying to take that spot, right? He said Washington didn't make the playoffs, mark my words. And right out there, yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
IR said, finally, redemption for the Cowboys. Hang in there. Make us proud today. Karam Mawani said 17 points off turnovers. I like that.
I'm telling you guys, the defense. I know we talk about the offense, and
look, just we gotta celebrate the wins too, okay?
Yeah, no, listen. I'm happy. Listen, our offense drove the field. We got 4 straight 3rd down conversions. I'm celebrating the offense too. I'm just saying the defense is causing the turnovers. They're also allowing a lot of rushing yards. They also have a lot of issues on this defense. They're playing shitty. They're not playing great on defense, but they're playing. Okay, so they're making the splash plays, which changes the whole momentum. You can play shitty and have splash plays.
I'm going to say something, and it kind of goes into some of the things that McCarthy spoke about. Remember how he gave all this praise to Nolan, and he's like, oh no, he's our coach or whatever, and we were already kind of saying he's going to have to be made an example of at the end of the season.
Well, Jerry Jones going to do that.
If we can somehow pull off some crazy ass,
he's gone.
End of the season burst or something, he's gone, right?
He's gone. Listen,
100%.
first of all,
I just want to make sure.
I want to make sure, we're back on 3rd and 4.
There's no redemption for Nolan, even if the defense somehow turns it around.
Nolan's done. Not because I want him. I actually wish he would stay a little longer. I would have not a big issue with giving him a chance. First down for them. Nothing's going to save him, guys. This is the way it is. Remember that. Nothing's going to save Mike Nolan because of the reason I think, no matter what I think, you think, anybody thinks, It's what Jerry Jones thinks. And when he said the other day, it made it solid for me. He's gone. Whether you like that or not, celebrate or not, he's gone.
Again, I'm not disagreeing with you.
We're not playing great on defense. They're going to score here. They just have a shitty quarterback.
No flag.
But no, because it was uncatchable.
Savion Smith was...
Yeah, he grabbed them, but it was uncatchable. He grabbed them because of the change of direction from A.J. Green because of the horrible pass by Brandon Allen here, who's trash. He is trash, but trash or not, they're about to score on us. So, 14 seconds, no timeouts, now, 2nd and goal.
Cowboys abroad also brings up an interesting point. He said, Wentz benching hurts Dak. If I'm Jerry, I'm scared of giving a guy over $100 million to be a paperweight.
I guess you could say that. But I think Dak is a lot better than Wentz before this season happened.
Look, I'm sure the Eagles thought Wentz was better too. Like the Cowboys probably evaluated Wentz differently then as well. You know what I mean? Like it just.
Oh, it's almost a pick for fucking Jalen Smith on the goal line there. Oh. There he made his right read and he knew his keys and they see when it works when they understand it's the scheme, it could work. I still believe that. It's deceptive. It confuses a bad quarterback like this very easily. But
IR 1003198 said, I never thought I'd say this, but I hope the 49ers win today, definitely lose next week when they play against the Cowboys. If the 49ers win today, Washington's only 1 game ahead. So, hey. Again, and I think the 49ers are also like slowly but surely getting healthier as each week goes on. So they're actually getting better.
Yeah.
In these next handful of weeks as opposed to, I'm just saying, because like some teams are kind of in that weird bubble where you're seeing a few more player injuries or you're seeing guys start to come back and, really depends on which team you are, right?
No, I agree.
Dak hasn't left Dallas.
So a lot of people say scheme on defense is a talent. The talent, I still believe we have talent. I believe it's more football IQ, and again, I gotta say it's gotta be a lot of it has to be the ability to take go from a simple Marinelli scheme to a complex Mike Nolan scheme, who's had his issues in the past with other teams. That is the big mistake there. I don't think I blame it on Nolan's scheme. I only blame it on Nolan's scheme because he didn't have a chance to implement it, and these players are not able to handle it without the proper offseason that it has to be implemented in. So you can say it's Mike Nolan's scheme. Of course, it's an easy target, but it's because of COVID. His scheme is not able to work. It has no chance to work. That's the way I look at it. 3rd and goal, guys. They're looking to throw a slant inside, and it is a touchdown. Finally picking on Savion Smith. You're the guy you called, A.J. Green. The touchdown. So it's 17-6 with the extra point to go. And their backup kicker is there. Remember that, guys. Bullock is out. So I think Seifert is the kicker.
Not just that, but have you noticed pretty much in any of these, like, close coverage, sticky situations, right? A.J. Green's the guy.
Savion Smith.
That's like the second or third pass he's had
Savion Smith tried to push him out of his route. He actually pushed him into the route. Away from him. He actually created separation with the press. Yep. Well, there you go. Told you guys, Randy Bullock is out this game. Randy Seifert. I was wondering why they have 2 kickers, and I actually had him in the game yesterday in the simulation a little bit. Oh, almost a block.
Wait.
He missed it.
No, it bounced in.
No good. Oh, it bounced in. Wow. Sorry. It hit the goalpost and bounced in. This motherfucker. Seifert.
Damn.
Seifert knocks it through. 8 seconds left before halftime, and there was almost a block there by a couple of our guys. Maybe hit up that beautiful chat room.
KR just said shit. That's it. Oh, Aldon Smith said just got the update. Cincinnati scored the touchdown. Yep. So again, unfortunately, I know a lot of you guys aren't able to. Oh shit.
No, well, Cardinals are winning now, 13-0. 4:20 to go in the second and before halftime for their game.
We need Dr. G's team to
to win. Make it definitely more interesting if the Giants and Washington team lose.
I know I didn't get the chance to read it as the game was going on, but I've seen several comments in the chat already, and I know. Again, not the only people who think this way, that when it comes to Week 17, that last game could end up being for the NFC East. Not so much, not even maybe that we're fighting for, right? But
we could keep the Giants out of it.
Exactly. It would still mean playoff implications for one team or the other. And honestly,
I don't care which team it is. As long as I have the Eagles going in, I want to play spoiler. If we can't make the playoffs, and again, in a miracle way.
Yeah, we want to be able to fuck it up.
We want to fuck up the Eagles' life first. But in the end, if it's Washington or the Giants,
I think we get the ball second half.
Yes, we get the ball second half, guys. Now, Tony Pollard takes this squib kick, 6 seconds, 5, 4, 3 to the 20 to get hit in his back for no reason. 3 seconds left. I don't even know what, if you're going to do that and take a knee, you might as well just take a knee when you get the ball, bring it out 10 yards and take a knee. I don't know. Daniel Jones is back there.
Said y'all better not lose.
Remember, Daniel Jones is back today for the Giants, and they're losing by 13. Last week they beat the Seahawks with Colt McCoy. Not that he did anything, but
do we have another crazy quarterback situation in the East?
One thing before we go to halftime here.
I know.
Before we go to halftime is again taking the knee. All you did there is risk Tony Pollard's injury. That's all you did there. We're in halftime, guys, and we're gonna stay here with you all.
Officially,
it's official halftime. We're gonna go. I want to hear just from the chat as much as possible because we've talked this whole time. But one last thing I wanted to say about that last touchdown, since we did end it on a negative note. 17-0, 17-7 halftime. We get the ball second half. AJ Green's touchdown right there before the half. They were picking on Savion Smith. You remember who Savion Smith is, right? He just put on the 53-man team off of the practice squad, which he's been on the entire season. So AJ Green, we all know who he is, right? The wily veteran, the fantastic, receiver in his heyday. Still very good, obviously, making plays out there and healthy because he's been banged up the last couple of years. Versus practice squad. Versus Savion Smith practice squad. Versus us missing our top 3 corners. I'm just saying, it's hard to keep AJ Green down when you gotta have Rashard Robinson, who's even worse than practice squad in a way, and Savion Smith, who's practice squad, covering AJ. There's nothing we can do about that. We just gotta get pressure on Allen. That's the only way. That's it. Exactly. So, anyways, I'm done talking. You
actually
hit the halftime.
Do you recall the question that I told Sully? We'd answer in a lot more detail now at halftime, which was
the draft.
Situation. So basically, just first round pick. I know you kind of already touched on it a bit with trading down, but basically, what would you like to see the Cowboys do? Because he says he's a fan of Sewell. As far as where we're projected to draft, all that stuff, that Sewell would be the pick for him. Trading. He's also a big fan of trading down, though.
Right. What I'm trying to say is that you get the third pick. If you get the third pick, this is what this game is for. Right now, the Bengals have the third pick. If you get to the third pick, you get to get Penei Sewell. That's it's a Penei Sewell sweepstakes. If for some reason quarterback survives, one of those guys, Trevor Lawrence or Fields, and they get to the third pick, I don't know about the Bengals aren't going to take him. They're going to take Sewell probably, unless you trade down. So when it comes to getting Penei Sewell, when it comes to getting a trade down opportunity, the third pick is the one you want. If you get the fourth pick, the fifth pick, the sixth pick, guess what? You can't get Penei Sewell probably anymore.
Holy shit, what a catch.
You can't get Penei Sewell, and you know what else you can't get? You cannot get, and they're only allowing 3 points. That's good. You only get Penei Sewell, and if you get out of the third or fourth pick, guess what happens? I'm just letting you know. Penei Sewell's gone, and trading down becomes a lot more difficult. You're going to get a lot less stuff. Trading down isn't as cool anymore. Don't sound as good. It's not going to get you as much.
You're better off keeping the whatever talent might fall to you, depending on, obviously,
you can still trade down. You can trade down if someone's willing to trade up, but
you're just not going to get as much.
You don't have as much to that pick is not worth as much to multiple teams. Some teams it might be worth more because they don't want to pick Penei Sewell or a quarterback. They want to get Micah Parsons, right? Micah Parsons could be the 8th pick of the draft, a top 10 pick. We'll be drafting somewhere there. So if we're not sold on linebacker Micah Parsons, maybe what the Cowboys are going to do is then trade down to 16 or 12 or something like that. Just 5 or 6 spots out, which would be perfect for the best corner left in the draft, which would be, I think, the best overall corner, whether it's Patrick Surtain or any of these other guys. There's 2 or 3 guys you can still put in there too. I know there's a guy from Virginia Tech, I think. My point is that you got, I think Farley's his name. You have a couple guys you get in those teams. So to me, I would try to trade down to that area to get a corner. If that's what the Cowboys are looking at, a corner. If they want to get a linebacker, you stay where you're at, and you get a linebacker at the top, a 5 to 10 pick. If you want Penei Sewell, you got to get the 3rd or 4th pick.
Now, Cap52 said, "Why did McCarthy call timeout? He set up the touchdown for the Bengals."
He wanted to give his defense rest on that. I mean, I don't want to say he set up for a touchdown, but again, the Cowboys were winded and they were listen. Let's
I know,
we can pick at every single thing.
To bring it back,
that's
to
a normal thing
current,
to do.
I know, but to bring it back to the current topic we were just talking about, Cab 52 did say that Will McClay can do a lot with a top 10 pick. I mean,
I agree.
That man would be deadly.
You can trade it around, move it around. You can do things with that pick. That's my point. If the Cowboys are not sold on Micah Parsons, because Penei Sewell won't be there. If we win this game, we're not getting Penei Sewell. So that's what I'm trying to say. Okay, this is the Penei Sewell sweepstakes.
Here's one thing to think about as far as influence.
Let me just things change though between now and it's 6 months away, so anything can still happen.
Yeah.
What were you saying about as far as influence?
Things can change as far as influencer factors. Because if you think back to the Taco pick, why do we have Taco? Because Rod Marinelli had enough voice and power in that draft room to be able to fight for Taco,
right?
And evaluations or whatever made Taco like an attractive choice. My question is, who are going to be the people speaking? Because if Mike Bell is out,
right? We have a whole new system now.
You know, for better or worse, Kellen Moore brought in Tony Pollard. So I just throwing that out there. Remember, Tony Pollard was a Kellen Moore-esque, style.
Well, we don't know that. We don't know if he's the guy that said it, but we want to use him in that in a thunder lightning kind of 1-2 punch with Zeke.
Yeah. So overall,
we haven't seen it for 2 years.
What I'm trying to say is that I don't think Kellen Moore is going to really have a voice so much as an input is what I'm trying to say, because it's not like he picked Tony Pollard. He was just like, hey, I really like Tony Pollard. I could do a lot with him. And, we also need, just say, like, it fell the right way. So when I'm looking at that, I really only see 3 to 4 people having a real input on this draft, right? Jerry and Stephen Jones, Will McClay, and Mike McCarthy.
Yeah,
like, those are the guys running it, and I
don't see Kellen Moore having a say.
No, but I want to break it down in the sense of, like, what is it that they're looking at? Because to me personally, you can say whatever you want, but I feel like there's still a little bit of a need for some Taco redemption, some Tristan Hill redemption. Like, I know Tristan Hill is expected to be back next year and stuff, but I think that the Cowboys are looking to make sure that they really hit it on this next draft the way they did this past year. You know what I mean?
I know. To me, I think about when you go, if you're going to go on the interior. Listen, here's the thing, baby. What is the one issue we see every year when we draft a defensive lineman? Whether it's DeMarcus Lawrence, Randy Gregory, Tristan Hill.
It takes time for them to get going.
Right. So I don't want to draft an interior guy to start with the first pick.
Yeah. Well, if you go with Don Oliver, you said you want an offensive tackle, trade down to get the second best one. You get more picks, and he's much more of a plug-and-play type player. If you want a guy that will be able to play sooner, quicker, faster, an offensive lineman would be
there's a guy from Notre Dame. The guy from Notre Dame. He's one of the top tackles, I think, in the draft as well. I forgot he's a long last name, but I think he's a guy you look at as well. He could be a teens pick, a 20s pick. So you got guys out there you can still pick an offensive line, even beginning of second round. With our second draft pick, we can still get ourselves a developmental, tackle that I think we need to get for the replacement of Tyron Smith. But we got Brandon Knight right now in there. And he's a serviceable swing tackle, in my opinion. He's not great, but for a half a game, if he needs to go in there for 2 games, he's holding up so far in this game. So, and that was going to be, to me, Brandon Knight, an issue. He was going to have an issue this game with and I give him a lot of props, but he's a better right tackle and left tackle. So to me, we kind of got our temporary guys until Tyron Smith and Lel Collins are gone. Like this year, they were gone. We're done. But you can't draft to have him play for 2 games or 3 games, in my opinion. Well, you could, if you do that, that's fine. But with someone like Penei Sewell, he can play guard. He does that. So you use them immediately. I don't want to draft the guy you're going to be on the bench for. So when you're going to use your offensive tackle, this guy better be able to play another position coming out the box. That's my thing. That's my way of thinking. Or else I'll just draft him in the second round and develop him for next year, or meaning 2022 or 2023 to take over Tyron Smith. And I would use Brandon Knight as my swing guy. If you use Penei Sewell, you swing him and you put him in at the fuck now. That to me is the difference between Penei Sewell and the guy from Notre Dame. You know what I mean? So you have to bench him and wait to use him.
Cap 52 said Sewell isn't the end all be all OT.
I agree.
There's other great OTs. We don't need to get him. Neville Gallimore is going to be out. Our defensive tackles.
I know, but
basically, Neville Gallimore is going to be the one taking over, so we don't have to necessarily worry about drafting another guy. I will say, basically, we've already drafted and we've already done the time waiting.
My point too.
These next guys are going to start.
They have to produce. Tristan Hill and Neville Gallimore are the guys for the future. But if you want, I think if you bring in a free agent on the defensive line, the issue with that is that you once again, you are stopping development.
Look, you're going to have to bring in at least one other guy if you consider the fact that Crawford has got to go. Like, I'm just saying, when you look at the moves that are naturally going to happen.
Bring in McCoy, and he could play rotational with these young guys. He can teach them. See, that's what I would probably do, something like that. We don't know how good McCoy is or not anymore. He might be trash. He might be Dontari Poe part 2. But what I'm trying to say is bring him in as a possible mindset, as a backup almost. And, he's going to teach these young guys. He'll have to come in there and play a starting role sometimes. Have to come in there and give his, do his thing and play in games a lot.
Yeah, but he's a guy that
can lead these young guys.
Seems like a good quality player, free agent to bring in for now that also can make way for the next generation.
That gives them still enough time to have 60% of the snaps for these young guys, 70% of the snaps on the field for these young guys. I cannot trust Neville Gallimore in the pass rush.
Now, Plasma Jordan 23 said Cam Irving could be a replacement for Tyron Smith if he retires.
Cam Irving is, I will say, he's played much better than I thought, so I got to give you that.
The one good thing, though, is we're not expecting Tyron Smith to retire just yet. Again, he just had that surgery.
Who said that about Cam Irving?
So that was Plasma Jordan.
Plasma Jordan, that's a great point. I kind of overlook him. I do admit it, and he's out for the year in IR now because his second activation.
Look, he had a rough start, and I think that maybe is why as well. But I feel like we had other offensive. You know what I mean? We had offensive line issues, in general.
My thought with him,
a little bit of a rough start, but once he got his footing, he was very consistent.
Cam Irving, maybe he didn't even get a start. He started off injured in training camp. He started off as our special teams, field goal blocking team, in a field goal, offensive kicking. He was blocking on the offensive line. On field goal situations only, right? That was without La'el Collins. He wasn't even he was not playing for La'el Collins, right?
No, I'm saying when he came in for Tyron Smith.
No, I know that. No, I'm trying to say something else. He got hurt. We didn't see him. He got hurt again. So he got hurt in training camp. We barely saw him there. He got hurt first kick, field goal.
Can't replace Tyron Smith with Tyron Smith.
No, I know that. But then my point is that then he didn't come back till 6-7 weeks later. Now I'll say this, baby. Who do you think was in there? It was Brandon Knight. He was playing, and he got hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, my point I'm trying to say is that we had a lot of other guys playing that left tackle spot until we finally got Cam Irving back from injury after 6 weeks. He came in, 7 weeks he came in, and he has done great. He has done great, so I got to give him credit. Since he's been there at the left tackle, he would be a viable swing guy. The reason I didn't like him, not was because of the injuries, we didn't get to see him, but from my research, he's more of a natural guard than he is a tackle. He didn't play well at tackle at KC.
Well, it's funny because Cat52 just said Connor Williams could have played tackle. The coaches didn't use him like that.
And again, that could have been one of those flip moments there. To me, Cam Irving has shown enough to play a good swing tackle, left tackle spot.
I know we all actually still have a lot of questions about one thing. One thing that still has not been made clear to us.
Why has Terrence Steele been out there almost the whole fucking season? And
why McGovern never even got sooner. Yeah, just say never with all the offensive line issues we had, he didn't even get a look. He was the literal last resort. The last guy. Only Adam Redmond, I think.
Right.
I'm just saying, other than that, pretty much every other offensive lineman that we had played or had to play or was out there.
I'm trying to think who was in there though, because we had either Looney and Badass, right? And then we either had, we had Connor Williams playing his best year so far. We had Zach Martin in there. So my point is, there's no room for him.
Yes, there was, because one of the first things that people were saying was move Connor Williams. Remember, that was early.
Right, move Connor Williams to tackle.
Then now there's a guard that you need.
My point is, what's the one thing you didn't see ever happen this year? What one guy did not play that one spot this whole year? Connor Williams never played in practice at all. Zach Martin played it before he. You understand what I'm trying to say?
I know, but
that's what forced Connor McGovern in.
Okay, and we're still questioning it. That's the whole point. We are questioning the fact that the Cowboys never even tried. They never even gave him a few snaps to see how he looked. Nothing.
But the question then also relates to why is Terrence Steele in there? Because he was thrown in, he's undrafted, and they threw him right in. Did Philbin?
The Cowboys thought Terrence Steele was
Philbin was the guy? He has to think. We got to hear from Philbin at the end of the year about this, because I got to have an explanation why Terrence Steele. To me, you can put Terrence Steele in your fucking practice squad next year, right? Just because he's had a year of experience here, guys. You put him on your practice squad as we kick off second half. You put him on your practice squad. You have your fourth guy is Brandon Knight. Your third guy is Cam Irving. And, of course, your two starters, Tyron Smith and La'el Collins.
There we go. Let's kick this thing off. Pollard? Yes, it is.
He's back. He's great. Past the 30.
Is he gone?
30, 40. One guy. Don't let him get. Oh shit!
Damn it!
He let Jesse Bates, number 30, catch him. Man, what the fuck? And he had a guy blocking.
God, we're on the Bengals like 43.
That was a great. Again, defense playing up. Special teams finally playing up a little bit here. What a nice move, making 41 miss. And what a nice read. There's Seibert. He's out of the way. I mean, Doris Armstrong, I mean, he's slower. But, man, if Pollard, which is a second more patient, would have had a touchdown.
The problem is that
there was some pursuit, but it's a kicker. I'm just saying, like, I'd rather get the kicker to scrape at my ass than and don't take that any wrong ways. But I'd rather the kicker go at me than Jesse Bates, one of their best defensive players, and smart player. Good, that's a smart play. Blake Bell that first down and the one catch a game he always gets. I'm telling you, his last 2 years.
That was supposed to be that one catch a game was supposed to be a
joke?
We thought no. We thought it was going to be more Schultz this year in the sense of it was going to be the Blake Jarwin show.
Well, but we thought it was going to be. We thought that Schultz was going to be the third guy. We thought Blake Bell would be the blocking guy to Blake Jarwin.
And that's what I'm trying to say. So
he would get one a game.
So Schultz would be the guy getting 1 or 2 a game.
No. Blake Bell was still going to be the 1 or 2 a game. The reason is because Blake Bell won't go out for passes that much. If you look at his stats the last 2 years, he has 18 or 16 catches. There's a jet sweep to CeeDee Lamb. Nice move. Just hold on to that ball. Nice move by CeeDee at the end there, almost breaking it all the way.
He's
one
so
guy
mad
away.
too. He knows it. He got tripped.
I'll say one thing. He did the best he could on that play, CeeDee Lamb. I'll give him that. Woo! Right there, one miss.
Ready?
Right 2 miss. There. Beautiful. And then held that ball all the way down.
So close. Let me see.
Beautiful.
So actually, Cat 52. I know Isaac Alarcon. I think is that his name?
Yeah, he's still on the international list there. Yeah, he's from Mexico.
It'd be nice to see him get a chance, but I don't want to see him go out there and get destroyed.
We'd have to activate him though off the practice squad. It means somebody has to come off the 53. I was saying about our linemen. I think that those would be our 4 guys that I mentioned there. With Terrence Steele as the practice squad guy, those would be our 4 guys on this team that we can go with if we don't draft. I think we'll be drafting a tackle in the first or second round. I think so. But we don't... I know it's going to sound crazy. We don't have to. But we kind of have to. I believe we have to. But I know how the Cowboys might look at it and say, we don't really have to. Especially if there's really a great defensive edge rusher. What a pass! What a pass! Jarwin. Dalton.
You look like Jarwin.
Schultz. Dalton, a Dalton connection. Andy Dalton wants blood. Andy Dalton wants to pound the Bengals and show them, hey, you made a mistake by letting me go.
You look like Jarwin. Holy shit, what a move.
I wouldn't put it that hard. But I know you're saying, it looked to me was the throw. That was a great throw in between 4 guys.
Dalton Schultz has been a lot of things, but I haven't really seen him make that was just
I get it, but there's a Zeke run up the gut, which, again, I will say one thing. They are playing much better than I thought in the middle of stopping the run.
I guess Jarwin's on my mind, because he was posting on Twitter how much he missed a game, or I think on Instagram, one or the other, and everyone was like...
Well, the Dalton connection has been going on here, and it was a good catch. I can see the athleticism there. I agree with you, because we don't see that from Dalton Schultz. We see athleticism and athletic catches by Blake Jarwin.
I'm really excited to see what we do next year with both of them.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Very excited.
But Dalton Schultz can block very, very well. Blake Jarwin is not a very good blocker, but a much better receiver. My point is, the pass by Andy Dalton was beautiful. Was the beautiful part about that play.
Guys,
a run, play. That's a nice play action. He's got CeeDee Lamb. He's got Michael Gallup. He's got no one. Incomplete. 3rd and goal. And that was a good play. Just they just were better on that play than us. They got hurt. The 23 guys. Is that Alexander or is that okay? So that's Phillips. He's out, guys. Now this would be a guy. See, here's where, as a coach, what do you do in this situation? You see the guy that's hurt. Who's he covering? He's covering Michael Gallup. You go back to fucking Michael Gallup right now.
You see, Cat 52 even said Jarwin was my player of the year this year.
Yeah, he was one of my big upstart guys this year. If you're gonna do the play, if you're gonna pass, you go against the guy who came in, whoever he's covering. You look at that guy first.
I mean, we're definitely passing.
Gallup in motion. He's going against 38. They blitz him from the left side. That's a nice rollout. Bad pass though, incomplete. It was behind Amari Cooper. It was a nice. I will say for this guy right here, I like that play. We rolled away from the blitz, and we went to our 3 receivers, which we had some options there.
Just a bad
I will say that
pass.
they had a really good coverage as well, though. And
I know, but that was still a bad pass.
I want to say Zeke's not having a very good game. I don't like his blocking on that. The effort on that play for Zeke and blocking was definitely subpar. Now, can Greg the leg...
20 yards.
This is an old extra point. Come on now. On the left hash mark. Up, held, and good. 20-7 lead for the Cowboys. But 2 touchdowns, and we get the 3rd pick in the draft. So
a win would be nice. Looking crazy. What's up? Much love. Dallas forward 214. Dallas Cowboy for life in the chat saying, what's up, MCF in chat.
Much love Dallas to you guys, Cowboys, man. Appreciate everybody in the house hitting that like, subscribe, notification bell. Every single 200. We've gone live every day this year, and we're going to be live every day this year, unless there's like a earthquake or the Florida sinks. My point is that we're going to be doing every single day. We're going live here, guys, through thick and thin. We made it a deal to ourselves. We're going to go live every day. We miss a day here and there, every year. But this year, COVID year, we wanted to make sure we went live every single day and ride this through with you guys. We're still going to go live every single day next year and beyond. But we could have missed a day or two this year for sure. We were really busy with a lot of stuff. We're still going to be busy into the next year. So just giving you guys a little kind of foresight for that and what's upcoming. But the thing is that we are committed through these holidays. Through COVID is keeping us here in a way that we are kind of connected with the family here, and we do it for 3.5 years. At the end of the year, it's going to be 3.5 years, guys.
It's just crazy to think about the fact that we've been here every single day.
It's insane.
For 3.5 years.
It's insane. And again, we put out, of course, some days we put out 2, 3, 4 videos. Some days when it's really, really, busy. But it's just the whole channel, man. I really is a dream, as a hobby that it's something that it's a way for us to connect with other Cowboy fans, and I'll be honest, it's an outlet for these kind of shitty years when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys and having a real shitty season, but also of course a year that we've had here.
Again, the difference between 2015 and even now, like as much as now sucks worse, you were worse. No offense, my love, because you didn't have this type of outlet or this way to do it. Again, it's like the Cowboys sucked, and it felt like all the weight of that. Yeah, fell on only the household. Does that make sense? On all of us. We're like, oh my goodness, we gotta have an outlet for this. So that Will McClay we trust. Exactly. If there's anybody at all within the entire Dallas Cowboy organization, like my life is on the line, and I have to trust this person, Will McClay would be the guy in the football terms. I would trust. Yes, I agree with that. Just saying, he's like a 9 out of 10. Okay, and that miss, I'll still take that miss any day of the week. No, I don't want any misses. Okay, you know what I mean. So, thank you, looking crazy. Appreciate it. Cowboys Abroad said we might win. Damn field goals instead of touchdowns are keeping the Bengals in it. So it's been our MO. Let's be honest, right? Yeah. Hey, Buffalo Bills fan. Your Bills actually are looking pretty good. You guys are. Yeah, I mean, doing some stuff up there. I picked you guys today, even in a tough game. By the way, are they playing now or do they play it for? I don't know. Today, I don't know when they're playing. But whenever they play, today or tomorrow, whenever they play. My point is that you see the kickoff there. Greg the leg hits the field goal. Troy Butcher, what's up? What if you want to get a kicker in the future? What if the Raiders, Troy Butcher wants a kicker in the future? What about Vanderbilt's kicker Sarah Fuller, who not only did a kickoff and played in a Power 5 college team? She kicked off when they were down 40-0. She kicked the extra point. So congrats to her and Vanderbilt and college football and the ladies. Like I said, if there's ever going to be a woman in the NFL ever, it's got to be a kicker or punter. Let's be real. Long Vanderbilt against Tennessee. You have a long snapper. History made. That's not a bad idea. Long snapper. Now, maybe. I mean, the new rules are definitely much better for a lady to play that spot because you can't jump on their heads. But you got to still be able to block, and if they can run you over, they're gonna block every kick. You said it was a woman. You didn't say she had to be 5 feet tall. Okay, baby, we gotta have a good hefty woman in there. We need someone of the kicker for the Vanderbilt. She's like 6'2" or some shit. Look at there. I'm just saying, she's a kicker. I'm just saying, usually even kickers are small. There's smaller kickers right now. I agree. Nicole Beasley's smaller than her. A kicker, 100%. I can't see a woman long snapper. Is my point. Even though with the rule changes and everything, it's just too much, too frail to hold up the blocking. Even with a late flag. Yep. It's either a face mask or. So in Cat 52, I know I will admit the kickoff was terrible, but the extra point was nice. Kickoff looked like. You gotta be real. There's a one-legged person out there, but
But
look, does everybody have a great debut?
History is still being made. History is still being made, so there's a lot of respect there. Long snapper, no way, because you know what's going to happen. They would be like they would be running her over every time and just blocking it.
Bengals hold, so
good. Yes, they go backwards again. They got issue with.
Aldon Smith. Yeah, it's 10 minutes and 50 seconds into the third quarter, so just a few minutes into the second half.
Yeah, we just started off here, the second half.
Yeah, Troy Butcher said, "Is it a forfeit if you rough a girl cricket, or shouldn't it be?" Again,
no.
she's a player just like anybody
else.
else.
Well, I mean, I understand roughing. I
know, but look, it just again.
Is it on purpose?
Penalty.
Yes.
It's a penalty, just like any other penalty. But obviously, I have a feeling that it might just look rougher. You know what I mean? So it might just be called that way more if you hit just because.
2nd and 17, by the way.
It just might look that way.
Is he moving off the line, so switching? Tyler Boyd.
Delay. That should be on that.
Come on. They called timeout. See, that Zach Taylor, the head coach, is pissed off, but I'm going to tell you one thing here. I thought 83, what's his name, Tyler Boyd, he was on the line of scrimmage, and he took a step back and looked, and that should be a penalty right there, in my opinion, but I guess not. And then they were switching guys around, and I don't know. Either way, it was a timeout. Chris
Plumage said, finally able to tune in, see how we're doing MCF. So, how are we doing?
Maybe it's a good luck charm right here.
How are we doing?
Chris Plumage, we're doing, I wouldn't say we're doing great. When it comes to the Cowboys on the field, we're looking all right. We're having a lot of issues out there on the field. We're still up 20-7 thanks to the defense, causing 3 turnovers and getting basically a fumble 6 by Aldon Smith. I mean, 6 points from Aldon Smith, right? What 8 points from what's his name? Greg Zuerlein, because you count 2 field goals and the 2 extra points. That's 8 points. So you got an Amari Cooper touchdown from Andy Dalton as the rest of the points on this. The other 6 points left. We had 14. That's the other 6. Coming from the passing play from Andy Dalton to Amari Cooper. That's the roundup of the game. They're still able to run on us. They're on their 3rd running backs and the 4th and 5th running, and they're still running all over us. And they're just see, that's the one thing we got to remember, guys. Why is it that we're always throwing and going away from our strength? Even now we should be running more than we are. But why do we go away from our strength? Because we're down by 20 points. We're down by 10 points. We're down by 13 points. Oh wait, what's the score for the Bengals right now? They're down by 13 points.
Exactly.
They are forced to be one-dimensional a lot more. They can't exploit us on the ground like all the other teams were able to, because they were just, why not? I mean, it was easy. They wanted to use up more clock, and we gave the ball away on offense. This game, we take the ball away. This game, we've controlled it, and that's because of that, we've helped the offense. And the defense is really the even with Mike Nolan and his scheme is not translating on the field, the players are not understanding everything. They're still making a lot of mistakes. Even with all that shit, the turnovers control the game. The turnovers is why we're winning this game, and all the points, other than those last 3, came off of turnovers, I think. So, anyways, that's that. Baby, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I don't know if you were hit the chat or not, but everybody out there.
So, Chris Plumage, by the way, said thanks for the summer. Go Cowboys. Troy Butcher said, I play City League. They had a girl playing PG on one of the teams. I stripped her 3 straight possessions for a fast break layup, and her boyfriend and me got into it.
Hey, that's people get heated, but you know what? They shouldn't.
Well, okay. You can't tell me that if that wasn't me, I mean, you wouldn't.
If you got the ball stripped,
get
from
a little bit mad
3 times.
Okay.
I mean, that's the game.
I know Mr. MCF. It might be the game, but he would definitely be in somebody's face.
What did he do again?
Saying a few things.
Oh my goodness! Oh, did he get the tackle? Nice job there, Reggie Robinson.
What? Oh my God, we're gonna break.
Not Reggie Robinson, Rashard Robinson, number 28. Playing a lot better than last week for sure, and the week before. What was the comment again? I just want to make sure I get it properly. I guess I won't get it again. Sorry.
It's okay. So yeah, Troy Butcher.
I'm asking you for the repeat of what did he do? Just strip the ball 3 times?
He said, I stripped her 3 straight possessions for a fast break layup, and her boyfriend and me got into it. No. I said, you want me to let her score and not guard her. She wanted me to play her, but her boyfriend got in his feelings.
No, and I would have no problem if you decided to do that. It's on you. I know it's like here, if you make a mistake, you gotta deal with it. Screen here, and if you misquote, you say that's Jalen Smith and I was wrong, I can't jump in the way and save you. That's on you. If someone calls you out on something that's accurate, if it's bullshit, we call them out.
No.
Oh shit. That's Rashard Robinson now hurt. Now you might see Reggie Robinson. Or Chris Westry.
Shit. He looked.
And he's having a good game. He was having a good game for a scrub. For a practice squad guy.
Great.
Yeah.
So, now Troy Butcher... I read that comment already. So, Sully said, majority of the 2020 Dallas Cowboys film will be made from one game. This one.
The positives, the highlight. You know those that ESPN or whatever makes NFL Films gets those team packages. Yeah, to be like on to a better year.
I was gonna say that's all we're gonna see. Just lots of orange, Oh, so is CJ Goodwin hurt too?
Yeah, I haven't seen him at all this game. But CJ, hold on, guys, 1 second. You talking about coming in to replace him?
No, I think CJ Goodwin is hurt.
Well, no, because people are saying, well, where is CJ Goodwin? I think is also the kind of the hand. I'll refer to it as if someone's saying, well, where's CJ Goodwin in the mix? CJ Goodwin is more of, he's just a special teams player. His majority of his role.
No, he was hurt on a punt return play.
Oh, he was. Okay, so he was actually hurt.
Yeah,
he
got hurt. We haven't seen him since I think
I haven't seen him the whole game.
Yeah, I think I think he got hurt in the first quarter. So thank you for that update. I didn't realize that he was hurt. Just because, again, honestly, we haven't really...
And that's, again, he barely plays anyways at corner. He would have maybe been making an appearance. I know we have DeAndre Burton, number 33. He's going to probably have to come in. That's going to be my guess. That DeAndre Burton comes in. Again, everyone's going to say Reggie Robinson, but Reggie Robinson's safety. Both our safeties are still in there. So,
look, we can't really afford to have another corner.
No, we have nobody left. We have Chris Westry, we just pulled off the practice squad for this one game. And was it Chris Westry and CJ Goodwin now is he's injured, so now we're down to Chris Westry and you good in there?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'm just releasing the
What was the other guy I just mentioned? Chris Westry and who's the other guy? Man, I can't believe I went as our cornerbacks. I forgot. Damn it.
Shit, I don't remember. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, there you go, guys. Falling flat on our faces here on MCF. See, we gotta be honest. Maybe okay. Let me do this. Give me a second, guys, because I can't see the chat from here, and I want to make sure we hit you guys up in the chat while we have a shot here, and the game is still getting back on here slowly. Troy Butcher, what's up, brother? Shamar Ford in the house. Let me see my things out. Justin Quarles, the Q man. Cowboys abroad. Much love to all you guys. Retro Scotty, Cafe 2. The punt's out and away. Up and away. CeeDee Lamb's playing around a little bit there, spinning around and losing yardage on the return.
Honestly, I don't like the fact that CeeDee Lamb was doing that return in the first place, but I guess we just gotta deal with it, right? Shamar Ford, what's up? So Justin Quarles in the house. So yeah, I did not realize that he was hurt. So Retro Scotty, yes, he is. Reggie Robinson is thankfully active, and there she goes.
I said the name Loose Cannon. Woo! Subbing it up here on MCF.
Thank you for subbing it up, Loose Cannon. Appreciate you.
Yes, part of the family right here on My Cowboys family. Appreciate you. Much love.
You want attention.
Cowboys scored 17 of their 20 points off turnovers, guys. That is the most first half points off turnovers since November 4th, 2001. We got 21 points versus the Giants the first half of that game. I remember that too. My goodness.
That would have been nice to do that against the division rival.
We entered today with 28 points off turnovers in 12 games. 28 points. We have the
shitty part? We have more interceptions and more turnovers and more points off turnovers this year during our worst defensive year than we have when we were actually good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we have much more explosive plays now, which I guess there's that. But overall, we suck worse much more.
If these players would learn the system, if we had an off season from Mike Nolan, I think it would be a lot better on defense. I think you see the athletic ability of our players a lot. I think you see the athletic ability of Jalen Smith and LVE show out a lot better when they understand the defense a lot better. Tony Pollard in a sweep, which I think we should do a lot more often. What a nice run for him.
15 yards there.
Easy 15. Easy 1-5 right there in the
Honestly,
house.
Tony Pollard's going to have to probably carry us through the rest of the season in the sense of Zeke's not having
have not seen him, right? Have you seen Zeke?
Well, again, we have seen him, but for
very
1 or 2 yards, like you said, his blocking isn't that great. We know he's hurt with an injury. So honestly, a lot of you guys are saying Zeke should have been put on ice way sooner than this. Now he's actually banged up and hurt, you know?
Well, yeah, but at the same time...
You know what I mean. It's not like we can just bench Zeke and not play him, okay?
Yeah, I know.
But I do agree that I think we should be seeing a lot more Tony Pollard for the rest of the season. Okay,
play action to Tony Pollard. Throws it down to Amari Cooper for a 5, 6, 7, 8 yard gain, 9 yard gain almost.
There.
So it'll be 2nd and 2, 2nd and 1. You know, we're just picking this team apart right now. Something we wondered, where the fuck was this? And then maybe be careful with the helmet. I just fixed it. It's gonna, probably with the doggy there and knock it down. But the thing is, I don't know if McCarthy's more involved or not. But I'm seeing different. This moving pocket, this play action rolling out. We didn't see that too often. Once in a blue moon, you see it, but not. We saw it 5, 6 times already, and it's been not even 3 full quarters yet. So Pollard squeaks through for about 2 yards.
3rd and 1, but I hope he's all right.
You see that?
They're holding on to that angle there.
You see 56? That's the guy I said. He's the running back spy, so to speak. Yeah. What's his name? Josh Bynes, number 56, in on the stop there. He's the one that kind of held onto Tony Pollard. If he let him go, if he wasn't able to hold on to him, Tony Pollard's getting the first down. So now we're 3rd and 2, is it? Here we go.
Wow.
3rd and 2 on the 45, our own 45. It's a little run up the gut to Tony Pollard.
Third quarter,
he got swallowed up by Bynes once again. And again, not good. This guy right here, I talked about him yesterday. He was called up from the practice squad. Khalil McKenzie, I think, and a nose tackle. And again, because they don't have Geno Atkins, has not really been effective this year. He's kind of been banged up.
No offense, but wouldn't that have been a great play to bring out Antoine Woods?
Yeah. I guess.
Just throwing that out there. We're already predictably running. Like it's not a surprise. It's not
incredible.
A secret.
We were driving, and as soon as I said we were doing this new look and all this stuff, McCarthy, maybe we got stopped. We got stopped on the ground. Hunter the punter knocks it down the field. Does he get us inside the 20?
He got knocked out. Oh, I think he got hit.
Oh, nice.
I think he got hit. What a punt. Holy shit.
Nice punt. Hunter, that's better. I know we could get a first down here, but Hunter the punter.
Wow.
Got to give this guy, again, he's got his best punt he ever in his career. And that's this year better than any Chris Jones punt we've seen.
It just sucks that
Was that his best punt, you'd say?
Absolutely.
Best punt, without a doubt, but also the best punt of the year.
Please don't let it be on us.
Would you say it's the best punt of the year?
Yes.
Taken away. Re-kick. You got to re-punt. So now he has no punt
I hope
anymore.
he can do it again.
So Niswander.
Who's 59? Is that Justin March?
Yeah.
So Justin March, unfortunately.
Hunter the punter. Again, I've been saying this, man. I've been saying this for years. We need to. Again, I say years, really pushing it for last year, but then this year I've been full board on getting rid of Chris Jones. But he's one of our bigger cap hits last year.
We could technically afford to, but it wasn't a smart decision, especially because we thought at the time
he still can
Dak
bounce
Prescott
back.
was going to get it locked in too.
Yeah,
so
true.
It's like you can't really take another cap hit on top of another cap hit on top of signing your franchise quarterback.
Hunter the punter, re-punting. Will he do it again? Let's see. He just practiced one. Let's see.
Hunter the re-punter.
We're 8. That's a block in the back, but either way, on the 11-yard line, inside the 20. That's a big win for the punters.
Obviously, the first one was better, but that was fantastic.
Of course, but do you remember how many times we had Chris Jones? Oh, really, baby? We had Chris Jones, punt the ball, and we had a situation just like this, and then go into the end zone. We had a situation like this, and then go out of bounds on the fucking 25. Hunter did what he had to do, get it to the 11.
Not just that, but he has been consistent. You know what I mean? They're consistently good. We're not seeing bad.
And that was a great example right there, because you just saw two back-to-back punts consistently.
Yeah. So Chris decent. Jones he's been on IR for a while now, right? You got IR'd, Chris Jones?
Yeah, he's out for the year.
So and then March, they just said illegal formation.
Yeah, he's probably not lined up in the line of scrimmage properly. Probably need an extra guy there, or they had something like that. It just sucks. Stupid. Again, whose fault? Fossil's fault on that one. Fossil's the one responsible for the formations on everything, on the details on everything, and he's screwing up this whole entire year when it comes to detail. I'm surprised we haven't heard more people. Everyone's about Nolan, and I understand the reasons why, but I'm surprised we don't see a lot more against Fossil.
Because I think the big boo boos on special teams aren't happening anymore. Like,
oh my god.
Okay, I said big. We're still making mistakes, but I'm talking like
the Thanksgiving. We had a huge, horrible play call by Fossil. And not the decision was by McCarthy, but the play call on fourth and I'm just saying, baby.
Why are you arguing with me? I don't agree with you 100%. I'm trying to explain to you exactly what you just said. Why are people almost forgetting that Fossil in football term, baby? We just played 2 games in like a week. I'm just saying, like, it just football memories.
Okay.
I don't.
Yours.
Fade.
Yes. No, baby. No, I'm just saying. I get your point, but to me, our special teams decisions, when we go for it on fourth down, now that's on McCarthy. But the play calls, you design it for more than just one option for Cedric Wilson on 4th and 11. That's the way you should have been practicing it all week, is my point. The Cowboys didn't do that. All week, they didn't give C.J. Goodwin a chance to be an open receiver on that play when he could have been wide open. It makes sense. No, they're predicting him to be blocking down the field 40 yards later. The fuck? Get the play working first. That's the problem with Fossil, along with too many men on the field, not enough guys on the field. Whose fault is that? It's all Fossil. Fossil's been making mistakes consistently the whole year. Fossil needs to get the fuck out of here. That's all. I'm just saying that. That's all.
All right, so the Bengals have the ball on their own 12, which...
Can't get that pressure outside by Gregory. T. Higgins with a quick pass. I'm sorry you get mad, baby, but I got to correct you on that. I'm sorry. I'm calling you out on that.
I'm just answering your question. I'm sorry you don't like the answer.
I'm calling you out on your answer. How's that? on your opinion, because you can have it, but it's wrong when you're saying that the special teams has gotten better because we had 2 games in 5 days. No, the Redskin game, the Washington football team game is a prime example of bad play calling and management by John Fossil.
Someone let me know when I said special teams got better. Someone let me know when I said that.
What did you say? What did
you say? You forget your own question?
Man, I'm saying John Fossil is messing up with details.
Okay,
that's special teams and details, yes. Mm-hmm. And that's special teams right there. Go ahead, what?
No.
Okay.
All good.
That's probably better that way. Now, again, you're seeing our rank here again. yards per game. 167. I mean, we were at 180 almost a couple weeks ago, so I guess we've improved. Still 32nd in the NFL. And then you got, what is it? What was it? We were 32nd in yards per.
Something. I mean, again,
5.6 yards per run.
Assume we're 32nd in everything. How about that? Like, we're 32nd in everything, and if we're not, then we're like 31st.
The pass defense, we're not. You know why? Because we're usually down by so much that they don't have to pass. They just run. They want to run the clock. Passing would be stupid for them.
And again, why would you pass when the run is so effective? Again, you run and you get 9 yards every time. Why would you stop running? Only the Cowboys stop running when it works. Then again, our run game has not been the greatest this year, though. I still feel like Kellen Moore doesn't quite know how to use running backs as effectively as he could.
Got to make the stop there. I mean, Randy Gregory is getting some great penetration, but on the run plays, it's not coming to him, which is, you can't really judge him on that. But on the run plays, he's got to do. He's got to make sure he watches where the ball is, because he's going almost like I'm going after that quarterback first and foremost.
Yeah, I think everyone's getting fired at this point, Skeptical fan. It's just a matter of who gets fired first. I feel like, again, a statement firing, Mike Nolan has to get fired first. He's got to go. He's the first, the second the offseason hits. Get on him.
Damn it! We're lucky.
Oh God, he just
we're lucky he dropped it, because Rashard Robinson, who's back in the game, by the way, number 28. Rashard Robinson is, was off about 27 yards off the fucking coverage there on T. Higgins. I mean, what horror! I mean, again, I know it's off coverage, but my goodness, there's a definition for that. And again, look at him back there. Horrible.
There's nobody there.
And I know Xavier Woods comes in there, but he's a safety for a reason. He's a safety. Don't blame it on Xavier Woods. That's all on Rashard Robinson.
So now it's 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6 on the get some pressure. Good job there, Rashard Robinson.
There we go.
Closed it down. Great job.
He's been having a really good game, surprisingly.
Yes, agreed. Other than that last play before this one, where he played off coverage so much that it was just disastrous. This was the opposite of that. He read that.
Like I said, if Rashard Robinson's playing, you have to imagine Reggie Robinson is not playing as good as him.
Correct.
Point blank. So I would like to see him, but
Agreed. No, I'm with you on that for sure.
Oh, did he get benched? Ligma said Daniel Jones got benched.
Wow, man.
Wow. I mean, I guess the NFC East is benching all of their starting quarterbacks.
This is the NFC, literally the NFC least.
Which starting quarterback is
that
not been
punt?
benched?
CeeDee Lamb slips to the ground.
Let me know which one hasn't been benched. Right?
The one with the broken ankle, unfortunately. But yes.
The one who's recovering at a speedy rate. The one who's expected
the one who's ready for 2021.
Expected.
And Cowboys gonna get the first shot to get him to sign him. So. Get it done, Cowboys.
Shamar Ford said, we don't do enough blitzing. Plasma Jordan said they need to run it with Zeke more like really 8 carries for only 18.
Calf
I don't want to see them run with Zeke. Not just because of that, but
in a regular game I would want to see some more Zeke, but this game his calf bruise has made him almost ineffective or not even usable.
He's he's not playing well. He just can't hang. So, skeptical fan said Kellen Moore sucks. Cowboys Abroad said, breaking news, Rashad Robinson finally did something good.
He had a couple good plays this game.
Said, practice squad, baby. Oh.
We're winning this game 20-7, 17 points off turnovers with our practice squad. We had 28 points off of turnovers in 12 games. In one game, we have 17.
That's unheard of.
Think about that for a second. Oh. It's a wonderful game. A wonderful, proud day for Cowboy Nation. For now, if they score 2 touchdowns, we lose.
Look, and that's where I do have to give credit to guys like Aldon Smith, yes. Because this is a team that, even when we made these types of plays, we didn't have the situational awareness to follow through with that, right? Or we didn't have even the half-assed skills or desire to score points on offense if we did somehow manage to get a turnover and actually keep it. You know what I mean? But we're actually creating these plays a lot more than we did before. So that's where I feel bad for Mike Nolan in certain aspects, because you are right. There are some things that are working, right? You can see a few things that it's like,
and you see the adjustments.
Quite there, yeah.
You see all the adjustments being made on the fly. We never saw any adjustments last year with Marinelli.
Ooh.
Dive in, baby.
Wow, 20-0?
Which one?
Yeah,
Cardinals?
The Giants are losing 20-0. I
expected that.
Yeah, Dan Jones got benched.
So, Giants are getting again, Giants are talking about winning the Super Bowl 10 hours ago.
Look, when does Washington play again?
I don't know. Someone let us know, but it's probably 4 o'clock, or I don't know if there's who do they play? Because I think they have a relatively tough team. Let me check.
Well, I know they all have tough schedules, but
the
only reason I say it is just because it makes me laugh in the sense of the Giants are obviously on this hot streak, right? They were too hot to try. That 4-game win streak went right out the door, didn't it? And of course, Washington, big boost of confidence, right? They were feeling themselves, and now, no,
nada,
nothing. So, and of course, we're not even talking about the Eagles. They're just as bad as us.
Let me see, Washington. I'm trying. Dalton to Dalton, and there you go. Good 12. 13,
Dalton
14,
Express.
15 yards by the Dalton Express, guys.
There we go.
D&D.
Oh, they play the 49ers. There you go.
Hey, that ain't easy.
And again, I was gonna say it's.
I'm glad I benched the Dolphins, because they gave up some more defensive points. By the way, my Tennessee Titans defense right now is putting up 11 points for me here. When it comes to
there you go.
To that side of things.
So Titan Anderson. Make it happen for us.
Yeah. Keep helping out the MCF family here.
Play action.
Well, throwing a lot. Zeke. Throw to Zeke here. Again, one of the few plays I haven't seen that much of Zeke this entire game. Again, which is because of the calf bruise. The calf injury.
But I think it goes hand in hand in the sense of he's being used less.
No, she has to get down.
I know.
Oh, you have to, yeah.
And sorry, Zeke is being used less, obviously, right? Because yes, baby. You're saying he, she, sorry, Zeke is being used less because he's hurt, but I also think that he's just not as effective because of his injury. You know what I mean?
You gotta get her.
It's okay, I'm gonna finish eating it.
Well, yeah, you can either not eat or get her down and ruin whatever. It's a whole catastrophe going on right here, guys. All right, and we're hoping to avoid a catastrophe on the field here. Hopefully, let's see, 2nd and 3, predictable run to Zeke. And it looks like it's close to a first down on 2nd and 3. They didn't even put the yellow line, so it's like a 1st and 10, looks like.
Zeke looks roughed up. Is he coming out?
1st and 10. Zeke just looks a little winded all the time, doesn't he? Every play looks like he's like...
Right now, he's probably, again, in a lot of pain, though. That's the point. They never did say which leg is hurt,
He said he was fine.
Right?
Calf bruise.
Did they ever say which leg it is?
No. contusion of some sort. So here we go, guys. Going to go into the fourth quarter here in about 45 seconds. It looks like a play action to Zeke. They bit for a little bit there. Picked.
Oh, my God.
Should have been picked by. And who's that guy? Number 30, Jesse Bates.
My God.
Their best coverage guy back there. I mean,
Melvin Clark just said, see, stuff like this makes the game not over. Come on, Dalton.
Exactly. Not as that. I mean, it was just a bad pass, bad decision. And I will say this. It's become a lot more predictable, I guess you could say. We're not really using that. Zeke fear is not being instilled right now. That's why Pollard's being effective, because the Bengals are not really worried about the run game that much. They're stopping Zeke.
They can ignore Zeke for the most part,
a
which
little
again
bit more,
is unheard of.
Now Pollard's running the ball, and he's pounding away, guys. The 2nd and 10, he makes it about what?
Like 5 yards.
3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, something like that. So, and we're gonna hit this fourth quarter here.
There we go. So,
Jesse Bates on Andy Dalton. Wow, what did he say here? Throw in motion is a lot different than watching him on film.
Basically, he just says what we already knew.
Yeah.
Andy Dalton is good, but as soon as you put pressure on him, that's when you can get
Tip the ball around there, knock him around a little bit. Fucking bullshit.
Is that Connor Williams?
That is Connor Williams. Having the best season of his career so far.
Yeah, amazing. Oh, man, guys. There we go. So only 10 seconds left, guys. 10 seconds left now in the third quarter. But yeah, that unfortunately, that was all Connor Williams. So who, by the way, I know we say this every time, but it is kind of hard to believe when you say it out loud. But he's the only offensive lineman that's still here. That's the starter. I guess technically Joe Looney, but Joe Looney, you know. Yeah, technically Joe, I mean, look. With Joe Looney, obviously, you're starting to split hairs there. But Travis Frederick was technically supposed to be the starter, and then he retired. And then now we have, Looney and that whole situation. So, now Cat52 said if that was a good pass, it would have been an interception. But being a floater actually saved it. So, thank you for being bad, Andy Dalton. You saved an interception. Oh, it looks like the Giants finally scored. Only took them 3.5 quarters. That's all. Oh.
And again, I'm still not worried about
these other thank you, Ron the Don.
Matters.
So, unfortunately, it looks like the Giants just changed that score from 20 to 6/7/8. Don't know yet. So, but yeah, Looney again. The one thing that sucked, the worst part about Looney and the Biadish and all that situation, the team I think would have been so much better off if Tyler Biadish could have been the center. Like if he hadn't gotten hurt and he was able to do that, just because it does give us the flexibility of Looney at guard, just more depth, more backups, more.
But now we got Connor McGovern.
Yeah. Well, again, it's not like he's doing bad. That's the thing. It feels like it's almost like we're bashing him, but just purely on a depth perspective, and just we want to make sure that we still have guys there, because as you see, we almost lost another cornerback. Like, who's gonna play corner if we lose him? We're gonna have. Oh, I'm just picturing like our defensive linemen playing corners at this point, because we're reaching that point in the depth chart. You know what I mean? So
let's take care of the doggy, baby, and I'll handle this here.
So Newman here, what's up? He's like, is it my imagination or our backup O-lineman playing pretty good? Yeah, actually, no, it's not your imagination.
You're wrong. It's not the backup O-lineman. It's the fourth string O-lineman. That's how bad we are right now as far as offensive linemen.
The backup.
Yeah, I mean, you got Terrence Steele undrafted, Brandon Knight undrafted, and Terrence Steele's an undrafted rookie. And you got Connor McGovern, who's played his first games this year. He was a rookie last year. Joe Looney, Tyler Badass is a rookie on the bench. Joe Looney's a backup. Connor Williams having the best year of his career, but that's not saying much when he's had 2 average years, one bad one and one average one. So he's a little bit about average, a little above average this year. I would say definitely improving, but those are the guys we got on the field.
Guys, again, let me take a quick second here while we do have you all. Tell you to hit the like if you guys do like what you're watching. Yeah, just changed over. So if you do like what you're watching, though, guys, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe down below, hit that notification bell so you don't miss when we're live. We're here every single day, guys. News, info, updates, our thoughts, your thoughts, everything Dallas Cowboys. You can find it right here. Dalton going deep to Casper, the friendly ghost.
He was hit while he was throwing it deep. A miscommunication. 4th and 8.
Well, there you go.
We're punting the ball.
Well, Hunter the punter, give us another good one here. I
just want to say one thing. I know we're looking like we're great, whatever. We were up 17-0, biggest lead of the season. But you know what? If we don't, there's a flag. It could have been a it could have been a roughing the quarterback, because it looked like they went in with a helmet first on him.
Let's see.
Intentional grounding.
I told you he threw it to Casper.
I know, but it was a miss. It wasn't like he was throwing it away to get hit. He was throwing. It was a misread. Jesse Bates comes in there and affects the play, hits his arm. So how can you call that intentional grounding when it hit his arm? Makes no fucking sense. But I did want to make a point here. I wanted my wife to hear this here. Wife, you there? Oh, you can hear me. Okay, good. But right now, again, his arm got hit. You can't call intentional grounding when your arm gets hit. But they called it. It really just it gives Hunter the punter a little more room. I guess it's the best thing. You might as well say it probably works out for our advantage. Hunter the punter gets the punt up and away. A guy's in his face. Let's see where this ball lands. It's definitely inside the 10. Inside the... Damn, it hits the fucking end zone. So, damn it. He pulled a Chris Jones right there as Rico Duato grabs the ball, number 34. But I wanted to say something about this 20-7 score currently. If not for that butt fumble by the Bengals, we're probably losing the game. We're probably losing this game as we're speaking right now. It's not like the Cowboys are playing fantastic. I've been saying the defense has been playing bad. The offense has been playing bad.
But we capitalized on moments.
But we had 3 turnovers that gave us 17 points. That's this. If we did this against, other teams would be a closer game right now. But the fact that we were able to do this against a shitty team, it's not something to be proud of. It just something you should do on a much more consistent basis. But look at this. We're getting torn up on number 34, Trayvon Williams right there. On that run right there. No, Sam J. Perrine. We got an injured Cowboy on the field right now. It looks like he's a cornerback or a safety. You might get your wish. Reggie Robinson might have to go in the game now, guys. I know that. And by the way, the Cowboys had a 54-yard field goal attempt, if not for that penalty. That was intentional grounding, 15 yards. It makes no sense that was called. We could have had a 54-yard kick. And again, that makes a difference in a 2-score game. If they score 2 touchdowns, they win. The field goal stops the win. Now we got a situation where got no opportunity. Not that we would have made it, but hey, that would have maybe given some confidence back to Greg Zuerlein and some of those long kicks. You're up by 20-7. You kick the field goal. You are, you kind of maybe say, all right, I can make these from 50. And the last 3 you kicked, you missed from 50. So that's one of the positives. You miss it. It was a long field goal, and we're up by 13. We're okay. That kind of mindset changes. Can you hit the mute, baby? But that mindset would change with that now with the intentional grounding, which was a bullshit call. Now with the intentional grounding penalty, that put us out of field goal range. It made Hunter the punter's job a little easier. He fucked that up, but okay, he's Hunter the punter. He still did a good enough job. He did what he could. The blame goes on the fact that a bad referee call there hurt us.
For sure. But, overall, though, you were kind of pointing this out more in the first half, obviously, but there was a lot of holds. Brandon Knight was holding quite a bit. They didn't call pretty much any of those. Yeah. So,
I know,
I'm just saying the bad officiating can be good and bad. I know, sometimes those calls don't go our way, but they did miss quite a few. But we had a false start by our guy here who took us back 5 yards and another 15. We got 20 yards lost. We lost 20 yards. We lost fucking 20 yards. Either a dumb penalty by our offensive player or a mistake by the ref. No, Melvin Clark said even the Giants put McCoy in, just put Gilbert in.
And I think the Cowboys for this game, guys, especially this game. I think after this game, you might see Gilbert in. But
there might be a possibility,
right? But I think this game is for Dalton. Dalton wants to go up against the Bengals and do his best, and so I think
Randolph just said no more 50+ yard kicks unless we have to. That's how we give them a short field.
Okay, well I guess then you'd be happy that we got forced out of that by 2 penalties by the Cowboys. We went away from a 54-yard field goal because of 20 yards of penalties. It would have been a 74-yard field goal.
Yeah.
After is what I'm trying to say because of the intentional grounding. Forget about the false start that hurt us, but I'm just saying it hurt the drive in general. But then you also got to add it. If you just take the intentional grounding and take 50, we have 54-yard field goal. Now we're at 70, a 69-yard field goal. You're not obviously that's not going to be kicked. Yeah. So yeah, I think we're back.
So it was Savion Smith, by the way, who got hurt.
Wow, damn. So now we're going down, baby. Your street in the Range Rover Street, baby. Let it go. Here we go. Oh, Reggie Robinson knew it was coming. He concentrated. Oh, it was dropped by T. Higgins. That's 2 drops by T. Higgins this game, guys. Pretty.
Hip parade.
We thought he was going to be again. I will say the Bengals on offense have not been rolling.
Make sense. It does not make
sense.
See,
they're talking about it right now.
How do you call it?
He throws the ball in an area with no eligible receiver, and the arm is hit. But in order for that to negate the grounding, the pass would have to be deflected, knocked down, something significant.
They're covering for the refs.
So basically, they're just trying to say that the hit to the arm didn't change the pass, and it was still intentional grounding.
And isn't that fucking who's
that's the first time I've ever heard that.
Who's making that call? Like who's making that call? Like who? That's an objective call right there. It's like. Well, maybe, maybe not. I don't like those kind of... Another injured player, Reggie Robinson, hurt again. Second time today, by the way. He's limping. So he's probably... Again,
he's got to come off.
They didn't have to... No, they didn't have to come off. He does not have to come off, but, because only if they got staff come on the field. He's limping on one leg. He's got to limp off.
Okay, yeah. I didn't mean that. I meant more. He's banged up. He's got to get off.
I thought you meant that because he got injured, he had to come off.
No, as long as he gets up and he's fine, he's good.
Vikings trying to come back. Their rookie receiver just has this 2-point conversion.
Yeah, but I know if the staff has to come onto the field,
you have to come off for a play.
Then he does have to come out for a play.
So now I'm trying to see. We got Chris Westry, guys, number 31 in the game. He's just literally pulled off the practice squad and inserted onto our. He went onto the field, onto the plane yesterday.
Cowboys called timeout anyway.
Yeah, because I don't think we know what the fuck we're doing back there. Deontay Burton, number 33. Chris Westry, number 31. These are the guys. Deontay Burton was the guy I was talking about earlier. That guy I forgot to mention. I mean, he might be on that field playing a little bit today. Although there you saw Chris Westry come on the field. 6'4", 6'5". Chris Westry, cornerback. So a guy we just pulled off the practice squad for this game. It's incredible. We're playing with the end of the end. Like we're playing with guys that if we cut today. We have our starting cornerbacks other than Jordan Lewis. If we cut any of these guys today, nobody will pick them up tomorrow. And even if they had a good game, nobody will pick them up tomorrow. Yes, that's my point. It's so frustrating
because we're 3rd and 5 here, guys.
We could possibly lose this game because we have our last string in there. Pressure's got to come here. Nice. Who's got that hit there? Who made that great play? Deontay Burton. Who just came on the field. I just said. He's the guy that needed to. I think he's the best of the rest of the ones that are left. Yeah, he's better than Chris Westry. He's better than I think he's better than Savion Smith and Rashard Robinson.
That's probably why he went out there.
Well, he's getting blocked, but he came off. Great timing.
Great job.
And good impact. He leveled it. He got off the block and then burst into Brandon Allen. He's not a big guy. Bigger than most of our corners, but not bigger than their quarterback, but he... really, really good job holding that block, not getting pushed back. T. Higgins is a lot bigger. T. Higgins let him go to maybe hope to get a pass. Fourth down and 2, guys. They're going for it. It's a quick pass and wide open. And there you go. Deontay Burton getting burned in the slot. And in the slot, we talked about Tyler Boyd yesterday, but that's the rookie T. Higgins boxing out the smaller Deontay Burton. That's what I'm saying. I just said it a minute ago. He's a lot bigger than Deontay Burton.
Well, Richard Scotty said Burton. What do we know about him?
He ain't nobody. He's not going to save the day. He's not that good, but he's been on our team for 2 years, and he's all right. He's all right for a 5th and 6th stringer. How he's going to do against T. Higgins, AJ Green, and horrible. But that was a good play he made earlier, and then followed by his normal play. Just being real. That's it.
All right, guys. So 1st and 10, play action for the Bengals.
Gregory
get some great pressure.
Nice job,
they still get the freaking pass out.
Listen,
I know Gregory was right on.
This game, I expect us to blow it.
There it is.
The backup's coming in for the backup quarterback for the Bengals.
Gregory messed him up.
Finley.
Not on purpose, obviously.
No. Randy Gregory just ripped him.
Yeah.
Great hit by Gregory, pressure and everything. But Allen is limping. He can't even walk, and he's going to stay in the game. Yeah. He knows he'll lose his chance here to come back. Watch that leg, though. Oof, man, he fell on that right leg. It's like that Dak. It gives me that Dak thought.
I think it's his knee.
No, that's his ankle. I thought it was his ankle on that one because he landed right on that ankle. It is mid.
Look, ankle, knee.
Leg.
The point is.
Get this. Come on.
Look,
Neville Gallimore got to make the stop there. Look at Antoine Woods.
He's the way that he's banged up.
Yeah, of course. Antoine Woods, you see him? He's like flying on there like he's Superman. He makes me laugh. Man, but come on, they can't leave this guy on there. I mean, he will not be able to. I mean, leave him out there if you want, but We're all Cowboys know it's going to be a run, like you said. Even that, even knowing it's a run, we still kind of looked slow to coming up on that, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah, at the end, Antoine Woods like, look at us. Come on, come on. 3rd and 6.
Yep.
They obviously have to throw. You go all out, and again, you got one guy watching that running back, 2 guys, those linebackers, everybody else. I want to see that pressure because he can't move right now. Get in there, nice pressure. Wide the fuck open to AJ Green. Now they're in the 20. They're in the red zone. 23-yard line. He's limping and he's playing through it.
I'm not going to say anything because it would be offensive.
We're going to be getting beat by a one-legged quarterback. Just when you thought we could enjoy this day.
Peg leg Pete.
The line of the day by the Wi-Fi. And this guy can't even throw. He has 1 foot.
I don't know, guys. We've seen a lot of crazy shit here at MCF, but this year really just takes the cake. I hope to never see a football season like this.
He's under center now, which is even harder for him. He's got to actually move now. He's got to turn around. Oh, my goodness. So he's just fighting through it. Nice job there by LVE. Basically picking him up and throwing him down. You know, DeMarcus Lawrence, Jalen Smith, Tyrone Crawford all involved. Oh, look. They're saying it happened here maybe. Yeah, that right leg. He's slipped. And then and this is the right leg as well. So it's both these plays. He fell on that ankle right there.
So basically he banged it up beforehand, but when Gregory came in between the ankle and the knee, something's hurting.
See, he's constant pain. Whatever he's going to be, probably won't be back this year, but at least he's showing some toughness.
Look, the reason I don't think it's his ankle is because of the way that he's walking on it. It makes me think that when he steps on it, the pain's going, you know what I mean?
Oof. That looks like a bad. Nice hit. Look. Deontay Burton's got to wrap his leg. It was a nice. Deontay Burton, when he goes in there and makes a tackle,
hit,
he has that burst, but man, he's got to wrap his fucking arms. He's got Xavier Woods disease.
Cap52 said the quarterback is injured, blood in the water, and Nolan won't call a blitz for our Sharks.
I mean, we need to send Randy. I want to see Randy. Where's Randy Gregory in there? Let's get Gregory and Aldon Smith in there. They're talking about it right now. 8 minutes and 53 seconds and ticking. No pressure. We're not going to pressure here either. It's a run. That we're allowing. It's a touchdown. Guys, we literally fumble. Randy Gregory got the recovery. That's a touchdown, though. I thought it was a touchdown. There's a flag on the play, I think. And it's on the Bengals. Guys, listen. I don't know what the Cowboys are doing on defense.
They're fucking up.
Listen, this goes on Mike Nolan, though, baby. This is exactly what you guys are saying. This is on Mike Nolan. You got a quarterback. What? Good.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
Before
so holding
the touchdown.
Well, I'd hope so. Holding after the play, it's not holding anymore. So holding on the Bengals, no flag. I mean, he's saying it's not a flag, no touchdown. I don't have a problem. We have a 6-man box. We know they're going to probably run the ball, or if they're going to throw, we can put pressure. We can bring them. We're waiting to get blocked. Look, LVE, and that's not on LVE or Jalen Smith. That is 110% on Mike Nolan. 110% on Mike Nolan. Case closed. I mean, they're also getting held, which is part. I mean, you've seen Jalen Smith; he can't leave. But my point is, if I see the same 6 guys in the fucking box again, I'm gonna be kind of pissed here. I want to see some pressure. Let's go. Bring to the different looks.
First and 17, they're gonna pass now.
Now we got 4 guys. Here comes a little screenplay.
Okay.
You don't want to blitz on that play. If you blitz, you get burned. I'm just letting you know.
The quarterback is the one that's hurt, not us. Why are we walking around like we're the ones with the limp? We look so slow.
We're like slow.
How is he faster than us? How is he faster than Randy Gregory?
There's the
Brandon Allen's dad,
who's watching his son play out there with with 1 leg, and he's driving down the field in our ass. Much love to everybody in the house. Hit that like, subscribe, notification bell. We're up. We haven't won anything this year. We won 3 games. Will we win 4, Dak? And the question is right now is we are the 2020 Dallas Cowboys. So don't blink because this might be 20-14 in a second here. And obviously the game is still this is still a very close game. Even though you might think the score don't tell you that. Like I said, not for that butt fumble. And then Chris Westry's out now.
Hurt?
Yeah, they had to help off the field. So Chris Westry, the replacement to 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 the replacement.
Replace the replacement.
I mean, we literally pulled up Chris Westry off the practice. The last corner we had left on our practice squad got pulled up right before this, yesterday to the 53 not that he didn't get activated like to the 53-man roster, but
if this was
he's on the 55-man roster.
If this was a movie, this is where somebody steps in and says, "Hey, your script is too fake. This isn't reality. This isn't real life.
You're
gonna have to change it and make it look more real because this isn't actually happening." That's the point we've reached in our script.
Oh, that was like week 5 when Dak got hurt. When you had that was an unbelievable 5 weeks. It was unbelievable, and then Zach Martin, and then Andy Dalton.
It kept getting worse and worse. Yeah,
it's like there was no way anything was good was going to come this year, no matter how bad the coaching has been or how bad the players have played. Disastrous.
There you go. So now it's like a 3rd and 8.
I'll say one thing: what that did, they score or don't score. It just took off a minute off the clock, right? The fact that they had a touchdown, there was a hold. We gave him a touchdown, basically. I'm wondering, are we trying to tank? Is Nolan trying to give the game away so he can go to another team and maybe implement his defense to smarter players? I don't know.
If he gets hired somewhere, I'll be very surprised.
I agree, 100%. 100%. You're 100% right on that. It's a shadow. Again, we got 3 linebackers. Well, there's some pressure. Don't watch it. Savion Smith. That could be a flag. It was incidental. I mean, you just can't do something stupid, Savion Smith. Because that looked like he went low for his leg.
I know. The good thing is it was close enough. But like you said, if they were feeling some type of way, they could have called it.
That flag comes out so easily out of those referee pockets. Look right there. Quentin Spain is sitting there going, he went for his leg because he did. Now they're going for it. This is the game here, right? If they don't make it, that's it. We get the 4th victory for Dak. 4th and 7 from the 10-yard line. Let's see what happens. The snap is underway in the shotgun. And look, they got 3 guys left. They go into the corner. He's throwing this out of bounds. Like that.
No flag?
No flag. Defense held.
There you go.
I'm not saying that we should be proud about this defensive performance, but you know what? We haven't had any very good defensive games like this where we've held a team to 7 points.
Yeah.
And we had 3 turnovers in the first half.
Yeah, Randalter, I know Cat 52
against the worst offense in the league.
Just screaming about it. Because he said if anyone has the nerve to defend Nolan, justify how we have a limping quarterback and didn't blitz him.
You just heard me. I just went all out. I was defending to a certain point.
The little details, the little things that when you're watching, you're just like, oh, okay, it's one thing. But this is exactly why he should be fired. This is why he shouldn't have the job.
And when Mike McCarthy goes to Jerry Jones and says, hey, I need to see, can you give my guy another year, defensive coordinator, and you can make, and a lot of things a lot of cases he can make that would help, keep Mike Nolan here. So I'm going to point out this drive. If I'm Jerry Jones, I'm sorry, baby. If I'm Jerry Jones, I'm pointing out this drive as the reason why I would consider him before this point. But at this point, you heard me just jump up. I cannot consider it anymore. Again, he's adjusted, but he has to. That's an obvious thing right there. And again, with all the other issues he's already brought on, this is the cherry on top, the finality. I knew we were already going to be gone, allowing the most points in history, allowing the most rushing yards in history for the Cowboys, team history. You're going to get fired on those numbers. You should get fired. But now, based on what I just saw, this drive is the fucking nail in the coffin. And that's it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's all good. Mojo, unfortunately, you can't watch the game on TV. You'll have to find it
streaming
online,
sites
some kind of streaming site. Yeah.
We have the
Sunday, NFL Sunday ticket. But if you do get it locally, you do get it on Fox, I think.
Yeah, we have the NFL Sunday ticket, so we get all the games.
And Dag Ninja, much love. So Cat 52 said, "Smarter players." I'm sorry, but where are you going to find a team of rocket scientists to try and figure out the stupid fucking defensive scheme? Nolan's a jackass.
I mean, I like some of the hybrid and changing of it. You saw a play earlier. It was a nice move by Xavier Woods going back as he was in the box, and he went in back coverage on T. Higgins. And it caused Brandon Allen to have to run the ball, I think, or dump it down. That was a good design hybrid kind of call. but it's not consistent enough, and our players can't learn it. And again, Mike Nolan he's failed in other places with the same issues, so he's got to go. But then this lack of adjustment is a nail in the coffin for myself.
Lots of nails in this coffin.
Yeah, I hear you. But we're up 20-7, and the defense is playing probably. It's looking like their best game, even though it's really. Oh, look at Zeke. He heard you. Come on, Zeke, all the way.
He's up.
Oh, man.
Oh, damn.
Remember that big run he had in his rookie year?
That's like, what, 20-something yards? 30?
That was like his biggest run of the year.
It has to be.
Guys, remember that big run he had?
That might have been, he had one run for like 32 yards or something, didn't he?
This one was close.
I swear, he had like one just a squeak over 30, I swear.
It was on a 10-yard line.
Yeah, like 20-something yards.
Yeah, all right. But still, 20. To put a 2 in front of his yard rush, if
Look,
not 2 yards.
Let's be real. If we're sitting here debating it, we know it has to be one of his best runs.
Yeah, this is one of his best runs of the year right there. No, Dalton's changing the play up. It looks like he's going to try to pass it because they got
said the
press
Bengals
coverage.
Coach is dumb. He should just taken the 3 points.
No, they're running the ball here, and there you go.
Zeke
outside.
Zeke,
there's
2 yards.
There's the guy who's assigned to him. Like I said, assigned to the running backs. So, Josh Bynes.
They forgot about Zeke for like 1 second.
65 yards, 65.3 yards per game is what Zeke's average is after getting that big contract.
Contract, yeah.
Last year. First 4 years with 26 wins, 26 100-yard rushing games, won this year. Could this be number 2 after that? I don't know. He hasn't put up enough yards yet this game. It's only 6 minutes. Dougie Fresh. Game's over. 6 minutes. Dougie Fresh.
All right, so Chip's right.
Oh, that's a free play then. Yes. Dalton got smacked by Carl Lawson. Carl Lawson was all sides. So that's a free play.
Good.
Again, that's the matchup I've been talking about all week. We got to keep an eye on Carl Lawson versus Brandon Knight.
But yeah, Shamar Ford this year, only the one. Zeke only has one rushing yard.
100-yard rushing game. Right? Is that what the question was? 100-yard rushing game this year. And I mean, I remember we were like waiting for it, right? We finally got it after like 9 weeks, whenever. I don't know. I forgot when he got it. Was it against the Vikings? I don't know. But Pollard's in there, and he might be getting close to 100 yards. Andy Dalton threw for 146, 14 of 20. 1 touchdown, no interceptions. So here we go. 2nd and 7 is shotgun. We're throwing it. Play action. Pump fakes it left, throws right.
Wow.
CeeDee Lamb splits 2 guys. Torn shirt. Still up the field. No. There's a flag, though.
It's on us. It's a holding watch. Yeah, it went too well for us.
That was really smooth, right?
It was.
Just wanted to make sure.
Let's see. They're still moving up.
Defense. Yes. CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb. And sound good. Oh. That was a big play there. Big play. We started on our own 10-yard line.
Yep.
Now we are on like the Bengals 25 or some shit. So great play, man. What a play. Splitting the defense there. We're on the 29-yard line of the Bengals. They got, again, up front here. It looks like we're throwing the ball here. Under center, going over the top. I like the express coverage. There's a flag, no?
No.
Man, I know Michael Gallup started slipping.
That's what I'm saying. I think they're going to say that. I think they're going to say that Gallup was the one that
they were both
kind of caused it. Exactly. He was going down first.
Yeah.
So I just say if the Bengals. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
There was a hold there at the very least. Come on, he's holding him. Yeah, if it's the other way around, 18 flags are hitting that field.
There was definitely harm. Should have been a foul.
And again, listen, I don't even want the call on that play, but they call it the other. They got called the same way both ways, and they don't do that. So 2nd and 10 on the Bengals 29. Now we run with Zeke, and he gets 2 yards. He waited to get hit. He was waiting to get hit on that play. It seemed like.
This is why we haven't really seen Zeke. This is all he's doing, other than that one play.
Yeah, one burst. So 2nd timeout for the Bengals. They've now decided to use their timeouts to try to extend the game, and what they're trying to do here is get 2 plays.
2 cents. You cracked me up.
2 drives. I'm sorry. Look at the remaining games, baby. If you wanted to know. Obviously, if the Cowboys win, Giants lose, we're 1 game back on the Giants, and we have tiebreaker. Saints and Philly, they play today. Saints are going to kill them. They should kill them. And the Niners going to be close. It's going to be a good game. And the broken Niners team we get next week, they play Washington whatevers later today as well. So, hey, if they all lose, we pass the Eagles,
it's gonna
and we're one game back on the
It's going to come
Washington
down to week
Giants.
17 regardless of however it goes.
Yeah,
That's it. I think that this schedule, the way it looks, is pretty much sealed that deal to me.
Especially if
maybe
we win,
not on our side, maybe not.
lose.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe not on our side as much, but for sure.
There's a blitz coming
on
here.
The other team's,
Dalton's getting sacked, and we just lost a field goal attempt right there. That could cost you the game. That's the worst thing that could have happened other than a turnover.
I love how they say it too.
Lost 10 yards on a sack. We're out of field goal range now after that great play by CeeDee Lamb. He's got Dalton Schultz open. You got to throw the ball.
Randolph just said it.
Fuck.
All we needed was 5 yards.
Dalton Schultz is wide open. He's wide open. Dalton Schultz is literally oh my God. And even his fucking wife, even Andy Dalton's wife is like, you fucked up. He didn't see him. He's wide open. Dalton, that's your Dalton. We're going to kick a field goal. Holy shit. Oh, man. Here we go, guys.
What is this, a 56-yard? 55.
This would definitely... Listen, you know what? I don't like it.
Isn't this what we said isn't the thing to do? Because now we're going to give them the ball.
But I like to see him get some confidence back, Greg the Leg. He has to make it, though. And he did.
Thank goodness.
Greg, I want to see confidence back for him.
Though.
But it's risky. It take a miracle for the Bengals to come back. Now they're down 16, I think, if my math is right. That puts us two touchdowns, two-point conversions away from having a tie with this team. So this is it. We won. So, I mean, we won. We didn't win anything, but we got a lot closer to winning with that field goal. And I think it's about McCarthy playing the analytic percentages on this. You give them a chance to get the ball back. They just called those timeouts for that reason. Got a sack on us. Woo! And that field goal put a dagger in the Bengals a bit. So I don't like it. I don't like it because I don't want to get used to that. We've kicked our last 4. Oh, well, obviously not because we have a couple this game, 3 of them this game. But our last, the last 2 games
now
have
Greg
6
the Leg
long
wants
field
to
goals.
make it. Where was that last week?
Well, I agree. He had his bad game last week, but he hasn't had a bad season like Maher or Chris Jones as a punter, right? So I'm just saying, like, we've had some bad seasons from some of these kickers and punters. Greg Zuerlein's having a good season. Not a great season, but he's having a good season, and he could even get better. But he's had 2 bad games, 1 really bad. Out of those 2 games, 1 horrible game last week. I wanted to see some confidence back. I wanted to see him banging one of these 50-plus yarders. Again, if you're going to do it, my point is this. You don't want to do it when the game's on the line. You want to do it in a game like this when you're up by 13 points. Now you're up 16. And it's not, even if you miss it, the pressure is not huge. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that was my point earlier. That I just don't want to be reliant on that, and I think everybody agrees on that. I think we all agree on that. We don't want to have to kick a 55-yarder. We could kick the 45-yarder without the sack by Dalton. Yeah. And we got a first down if you had seen Dalton Schultz open right in front of his fucking face. Even if he was getting pressured, just dump it down
he doesn't
to him.
Know
He's
his
wide open.
For his elbow right now. So,
oh, man, I get you. I know. But
it is what it is, but...
We had him.
Let me take a quick second again, guys. Thank you so much to everyone who's joining us here. Now we're inching closer to the end of this game. Just want to give the appreciation, the shout out to love. Make sure we shout out the sponsor of the week once again, Retro Scotty, guys.
Yes, sir.
Much love to Retro Scotty. Thank you for your continued love and support. And up above, the man saying Tony Pollard for the Pro Bowl.
Mr. Abroad, the man
with
from Japan.
Amari Cooper points.
Amari, yep. That means
so Tony Pollard would take it away.
So guys, a $20 holla. $20 drop takes the stream balls for you. Don't let any of the enemies take it over, please.
Much
That's all I
love
ask.
to, yes, Cowboys Abroad.
Yes.
And, of course, our
he's a Jersey winner as well, yes, in the star level. So much love to our man, Cowboys Abroad.
Yes, and, of course, our Cash App king.
Yeah, let me put him on.
Night Eltel.
Thank you, Night Eltel. I'll jump out of here for a second so you can see.
Zeke well fed this week, but Skeptical Fan is trying to stay skeptical and take that crown.
There he is, Night Eltel with the crown. Right next to you. Sit right next to you.
I'm like keeping one eye on the game and one eye on the
You're the queen here. So,
cross-eyed queen right now.
Night Eltel, and of course, right now in the Cash App, there's no drop today, but Skeptical Fan, he's got the 5 on it right now. He's got a lead, a 5 in there. He's the only guy that dropped, so he's got a 5 lead, and 5's got it. A 6 takes it in the Cash App. Great move by Amari Cooper. I know those pressures that took a little longer to develop, and of course, he had Dalton Schultz wide open, by the way. But much love to Skeptical Fan. Appreciate you as well. In the running for the top spot as well, if I'm not mistaken. We'll see who takes this thing down to later, in the next 30 minutes. Because we're cutting it early tonight, guys.
Wow.
Hey, he got his sack.
Crawford.
What did I say? I know I said at least 3 or 4 times, watch Crawford get a sack this game. Playing on the interior. Where was he playing? Was he playing on the edge or were he playing interior?
By the way, Ryan Finley is in, by the way.
Right, the backup quarterback.
Saw Allen kind of limping off the sideline there, but yeah, Ryan Finley's officially in.
Yeah, they didn't put Ryan and Brandon Allen back in. And Crawford getting a sack. I think that play, again, tell me if I'm wrong, he got the sack from the interior, if I'm not in
It looked like it.
And not from the outside where
they're not going to replay it here.
Where his position label is, but he's really playing inside more, and I thought today he'd have a chance to get it. He got it. Up by 16. This is locking the game in under 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Van Der Esch directing traffic, directing the play, putting the guys in proper positions. There's Randy Gregory missing him. Crawford with the second sack on the inside-outside move there. You see how they played that? Inside, a stunt move. So Crawford went out from outside inside. That's one thing I said. I also said this week, Crawford does very well. You'll see him here. Watch the stunt. He's going to take out the tackle and the guard, and then Gregory comes in. Now he comes on the outside and it wraps around. That's the stunt move. Gets the sack. So you see what,
well done.
It worked. And Finley's trash. So imagine if Brandon Allen was back there. He'd be disemboweled by this point. Crawford, 2 sacks in a row. Congrats, man. I said I called it.
Yes, we wouldn't have done that.
4th and 10. Holy shit. We might score. I don't think. 4th and LVE drops the easy interception. But it's a good drop because we get the ball on the 10-yard line now. That was 4th down. We could actually put up 30 in this game. Why not? Run the ball 4 times and call it a game. You know what I'm saying? The interception
would have been nice from a moral
side. I know. Look at this. Look, baby. Look. The screen. It literally hit his hands. He took his eye off the ball. Right through his hands. That's kind of funny there. I mean, half the team was like, what happened?
What happened to LV? It happened to Jalen earlier, too, didn't it? He had one just like that in the end zone. Wasn't it?
His was, I would say, more acceptable. It was harder to make the play. This was right in LV's hands. He actually looked at the guy coming his way. But you know what he's looking at? Protect the neck. Like Wu-Tang said, guys, protect your neck.
D-Link said, Crawford with 2 sacks, if that's not the most 2020 thing this season.
I told you he'd get 1 today. I said he'd get 1 yesterday. Go watch it. Go watch it early in the stream this week. When we talk about the Bengals, I said, watch Tyrone Crawford playing on the inside get his first sack of the year. He got it. He got 2. So again, guys, today we allowed 7. We were allowing 32.8. So that's definitely going to help us with the per game, our history right now, guys. We're still worse than history.
Bring that average.
Yeah, we are at 32.8. Today we allowed 7. We have to get down to 30. We have to go with 2 more points average per game. We just got to allow like 7 points. We got to stay with 7 points per game. But again, a lot of that sometimes is the offense giving up points or special teams giving up points.
Mistakes, exactly.
Or special teams. So there's Pollard, baby, running in there. There you go. Running down Christian Crawford's neck right there.
Honestly, I think that's been one of the biggest differences as well. We haven't really, I don't want to say
turn over the ball,
but we have not seen the offense make the mistakes that the Bengals made today offensively.
That's the reason why we can still That's the reason why we overcame the injuries this game. We overcame the coaching errors. We overcame the player mistakes on offense, defense, and special teams. We had the same issues. We overcame them because it's the Cincinnati shitty Bengals, and we didn't turn the fucking ball over 18 times before the first half. You understand? You know what I mean? That's the answers are right. And also, flip it around, the defense caused turnovers for the first time in the fucking season. So, got to give it up to both sides of the effort. Again, no first down, 2-minute warning. Kick the field goal, and there's no need.
Who wins the Raiders versus Colts game today, by the way, real quick, since we have some Raider fans and some Colts fans in the chat.
That's a good game. That's a good game.
I have to admit, right at the second, I'm inclined to give it to the Raiders. I'm not going to lie.
I agree. They seem to be the favorite. I do think that the Colts have a chance. If Phillip Rivers connects with T.Y. Hilton, because they connected the last 2 weeks, they're getting hot. I think that could give some problems to the Raiders. So we'll see how that turns out for that game. Again, AFC, you guys kind of got, I'm not going to be as familiar and up to date on every single player and every single situation there in the AFC. As with some of the NFC teams, I really don't give a fuck about, but I'll do my best to kind of keep up, because I do keep up with all football news and info. But if you want to ask me anything about the Cowboys, probably know everything I can know about the Dallas Cowboys. You ask me about the New York Jets, I probably can't tell you much about them.
They suck.
Yeah. And
that's all you need to know.
And no offense to the teams that are even good, like the Raiders or the Tennessee Titans. I don't know much about them other than their big name guys and some.
This has been a weird year for NFL because I feel less connected to all the teams in general. Like I don't feel like I know as much of what's going on.
Of this
I don't
COVID
feel
turnover,
like Not just that, it's too much work keeping up with what our Cowboys are doing, right? And we suck.
New guys on this team every single day. It seems.
I don't know. Is it just me? No. Yes, maybe.
No. I agree. I agree. I agree 100% because the high turnover of the COVID season with the ability of taking guys in and off of IR and movement around. I mean, listen, you can see in your fantasy leagues, you can feel it there. So you can if you 100% backing what you're saying, you feel less connected to some of these teams for this 1 year in some ways because of the crazy high turnaround. And I will admit it too, guys. Just like our team, we have other teams out there with multiple injuries. Whether it's the Eagles and the Niners, who are not nearly as bad as we are when it comes to injuries, but they're bad as well.
A lot of unrecognizable teams out there this year.
Yeah. So it's so at a certain point, you're like, let me just try to learn my team because we got a new player every other day. So this team moved up and moved around and picked up. I'm sure Adam Redmond's coming back in the practice squad. So there we go, right?
And it was just like I said, this whole football year has not felt right. I don't know. I'm looking forward to. I feel
this
like
whole
I'm looking forward
2020
to having it.
Calendar year has felt off since Kobe's death to COVID.
You're right. That's actually
you kicked it off. Yeah. Fucking sad ass fucking year. And if you're a Cowboy fan, it's another addition to sadness. But you know what? A little happiness today with a good, solid win by our Cowboys. Just knock this field goal. We're gonna run it. All right. So running the ball is smart in the sense that you want to run the clock out. It's a throw. To Pollard for a touchdown.
Touchdown.
TP, baby. Woo! We saw that yesterday in the simulation as well.
Oh, no. Okay. I thought they called the fourth down for him. I'm like, what?
Touchdown, Pollard. Touchdown throw by Andy Dalton. A throw against who? His old team. You understand why they did that? Interesting. Kind of rubbing it in a little bit in the Bengals' face. And it's not the Cowboys. It's Andy Dalton trying to rub it in their face. Interesting. Good way. Good game, Andy Dalton. Good enough, I would say.
Honestly, if anything, this game can show you that the Cowboys actually had heart this year. They actually gave a shit. We could probably do something, right? Because Andy Dalton gives a shit today. He's really trying today. You get what I'm trying to say?
Hey, we're gonna hit 29. Can we hit the 30? Let's hit 30. Greg the leg.
Yes, we can.
30 points, guys. How many times have we seen that this year?
By the way,
after Dak. How many times have we seen 30 points after Dak? I mean, before Dak, every week we saw 30 points, other than week 1. When have we seen 30 points on that board for our team? I want to know, you guys tell me. This is the first time? I'm really asking. I know we beat Minnesota. Did we get 30 on them? I know we beat Pittsburgh.
I don't think we had over 30.
With 20s, but not a win. So, not 30.
Let me see it. Aldon Smith, much love. Cowboys Abroad said, I never ever thought I'd say it, but I miss Heath at safety.
If we use them properly, I'd say I agree.
Yeah, I don't think Jeff Heath would look like Jeff Heath in this scheme.
Right, and on top of that, I think he'd be lost on this scheme. I think he'd be,
I know, but I think that
it'd be more overusage of him as a starter.
I'll give Heath credit in the sense of even with all that, I still think he would make overall better football decisions. He's a very football.
I agree with you on that. I agree. Yeah,
especially when it comes to special teams. That to me would be huge. Imagine CJ Goodwin and Jeff Heath out there balling out on special teams.
I hear you, but my issue with him is number one, he'd be a starter, so he wouldn't be special teams as much. You want to retain him on as little special teams as possible. Yeah. My thing is that I would use him as a backup. Just the Cowboys didn't want to pay him $5 million.
So he scored 31 against the Vikings.
Oh, we did. Okay, so there you go. Okay, good. Thank you. That's why I wanted to make sure. We got and again, that was with I guess that was a close game. We scored at the last moment. It was Dalton for the touchdown.
And that was all pretty much offensive too, because I don't think did we turn over the ball?
I don't know.
Did they turn over the ball?
They turned. Yeah, that was Donovan Wilson, strip sacked and got 2 turnovers that game, didn't he? Donovan Wilson knocked the ball out of Dalvin Cook.
We only converted one of those.
Yeah, we just couldn't move the ball at all. But you can see
I'm
here.
I'm just trying to remember how the hell we scored 31 points.
Yeah, I know. I agree
I'm sitting
with
here
it wasn't on defense. It wasn't because of the defense. Is the point. This time it was a more complete. It was still an average game by our team, but it was a more complete game by our team.
Yeah. So the Bengals have no timeouts now.
Yeah, no, baby, the game's
they're done.
It's a wrap. We get a win here, and we got. Hey, listen, we're out of the Panay Sewell sweepstakes. All right, let's forget about that. What we are in is, I guess you can say now comes the, here we go. Here comes the playoff hype train coming down the street again. Everyone's going to be like, we're going to make the playoffs. Calm your tits. We're still a bad team.
Do you remember what I told you, like just us, just talking about what I wanted to see this season?
Tell me.
I said,
retell me.
Please, just at least give us 4 wins. Don't make this worse than 2015.
That's true. Fourth quarter, 4th win coming around the way for Dak.
I'm not saying this is a good team. I just didn't want to be worse than that team.
And even with our backups, we are a lot better. With the bad coaching staff as well right now, as far as our coordinators for sure. And even our head coach, everyone takes a hit on this. With all that said, and an average game by our team on offense, defense, and special, we played average. We won 30-7. So, I mean, they're a hurt team too. Let's be honest. They're a really bad team as well. They tied.
Yeah, we still can't stop them.
They tied the Philadelphia Eagles. Sorry,
Red Rocket did have a good game. Sorry
about that. I just kind of laughed about that because
Randolph said our practice squad secondary is scrappy as fuck. They just want to fight everyone.
I don't mind that outlook.
Cat 52 said, we're still a badly coached team. We aren't a bad team. We're a badly coached, injured team.
We are badly injured. That's the main issue. The coaching can come from a lot of different ways.
I agree with you. I do want to say one thing, and I feel like this year more than any year taught me that we all fell, I think, a bit for the Cowboys trap. And I think we overvalued our players and our team.
Just saying,
like, on paper, we keep talking about it. On paper, this team, like...
Yeah, on paper, we're always paper champions. That's the way it always
It's not just about paper champions. I think that when we're really evaluating this team before it all got started, I think that we misjudged as well and overvalued some of those players. Even without taking coaching into account, even with all... You know what I mean? I agree. Some of these players are just not as good as we thought/think they are.
And I don't think it's us saying, I don't think it means us, the fans. I think we're talking about the coaching staff.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, us as like Cowboys, like the Dallas Cowboys. Like the Dallas Cowboys, I think brought in some players that, our expectations were here and their reality is here. And that's, like I said, and that's coaching aside. That's like not really accounting for coaching because that's what I'm trying to say. The coaching makes it so much worse because we could not overcome these injuries, right? We are badly coached and could not find a way to work past the fact that we're playing 4th, 5th, 6th string guys.
Again, just like we are getting, the players, right? You can say the players are making some of the players make it harder for them because of injuries, right? They're looking worse because of injuries. So I'm also saying the coaches look worse, not just because they're maybe lesser than we thought, but also because they didn't have a chance to implement their true schemes. Let's be honest. You can't just let that fly under the radar. You got to at least add it. You at least got to mention it. You know what I mean? You got to at least say...
The coaches weren't working with a full deck, but they still were the ones holding the cards.
I know. I agree with you, but they didn't have a chance to implement those cards. That's my point. It took them... and I'm not saying that's an excuse. It's a fact. Is what I'm trying to say. You have to. You can say they gotta go. Some of these guys. You can say we have bad coaching this year, but you gotta say also. You just can't leave out the COVID offseason that we didn't let this coaching staff implement a damn thing.
I know, but
you gotta say it
again.
Gotta say it.
Compare us to other teams that are in similar circumstances where they implemented new coaches or new schemes or new stuff. They're still not sucking as bad as we are.
Right, and we discussed this last night.
That's where it comes down to the
coaches. Listen, that's where it comes down to the front office and the coaching. They discussed this.
And we did win.
We did win. They discussed it. I talked about it yesterday. I hope you heard that part of it where I said that the Stephen Jones said this in his interview that him, Jerry Jones, Will McClay, and Mike McCarthy, all four for Dak, all four guys went and discussed and regretted the path that they all agreed to take on making this defense more insanely deceptive and hybrid and change it all up.
This week, it might have been this week on Monday or Tuesday. Whenever Jerry spoke, he did specifically mention that he regretted how quickly they decided to move things on defense, and that in hindsight maybe they wouldn't have done that. I know Stephen Jones made similar comments, just saying that they got a little too ahead of themselves.
Right, and that's the thing is that, but he also said that Mike McCarthy was involved. That's coaching. He also said Will McClay was involved. That's scouting and front office shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's Jerry Jones and Steven Jones.
Yeah, this is a mistake.
All four guys.
This is a mistake we couldn't really afford. And here's this is my biggest worry and concern because okay, everyone makes mistakes, whatever. But I fear that the long-term implications of the mistake that McCarthy made this year
could cost him power.
Not power. Forget it. He set himself up for failure. We are once again. What draft needs did we have before the season started?
Didn't seem like many.
How many draft needs do we have now? We need basically every fucking position.
Well,
other than offense, okay? We need everything. We need everyone. We're looking for it all. We were not as depleted. And whether you like it or not, a lot of that has to do with the changes that we've made. Again, we're focusing more on the defense because we know that that's where the bread and butter is when it comes to the changes that need to be made. Like offense, tweak a few things here, an offensive tackle there. Maybe Kellen Moore goes okay, but the defense is where it needs to be completely rebuilt top to bottom.
And it will. And again, I think that guys like Jalen Smith stay.
Cowboys surprised. He's like, I'm confused. No one's celebrating. We're talking like we just lost.
Because the season. Listen. We got the win. This game was we're excited. I mean, shit, we were excited this whole game. But
Randolph said it took him 14 weeks to realize they should not have installed a new defense over Zoom. We call that week 3.
I agree with you.
We called a lot of things early on, but the coach, again,
you can't change it at that point is the point. Once you've already gone to that point, once they decided to do that, it was over. It was ready. We didn't know. They could
have easily scaled it back. I think the point that Randolph is trying to say is that instead of scaling back, they scaled back like week 8.
No. That was like week 4 or 5. They were scaling back. Mike Nolan was scaling back 4 and 5, and Jalen Smith was talking about that they simplified it as simple as they can get it for us. It's still too complex. And I'm just saying, that was when there was no LVE. That's when we missed half our defense.
Like you said, there's something to be said for coaches that don't simplify things or do what they should have done. But I also think, again, there's something to be said for players that don't know their asshole from their elbow. You're telling me even Sean Lee doesn't know what he's doing?
He was out of position a couple times last game.
We have guys that are too smart for their own good, making mistakes that you would see junior varsity guys make.
So in the end,
deny that part of that isn't
it has to be
the
coaching.
Scheme.
No, it has to be the way it's translated. It might be a great scheme.
Every single one of these guys can't just go from average to hot garbage this quickly.
I agree. I just told you he needs to be fired. I agree with you guys. I'm just telling you that you can't say that Mike Nolan is the worst guy ever and not mention the fact that he didn't have an offseason to prepare for this. I'm sorry. You're not going to convince me of that fact.
I know, but
that's it. Should he be gone? Yes.
We called out Jason Garrett for a lot of these decisions.
After 9.5 years, he got fired.
Well, Mike McCarthy. I'm sorry, but Mike McCarthy has not had a good first
Good.
look.
I agree with you.
Give him at least, it's hard for anyone to give him a chance or
give him at least 2 or 3 years is all I'm saying. Give him 2 or 3 years. That's all I'm saying. You gave Garrett 9.5 fucking years. I'm sorry. And again, I'm going to tell you this: whether we like it or not, Jerry Jones is not going to go away from $26 million, which is what is left on McCarthy's contract. And that is what he has to pay. So in 2 or 3 years, letting McCarthy go, cutting him, firing him, technically paying him off his last $7-8 million on the contract won't be that bad for Jerry Jones if we have somebody else lined up. But McCarthy ain't going anywhere, in my opinion, in the next year or 2. You got to give him 2 good years without this COVID situation.
I honestly would like to see McCarthy, again, just wipe the board clean and start over. I know Fossil is a guy that we all want to see fired, but I know no one wants to hear this. I think Fossil might still be here next year. I think Fossil might. And
Kellen Moore has the best chance of all of them staying.
Yes.
I do agree with that. And McCarthy and Moore will stay.
But I think that McCarthy
I think Fossil can go though.
Again, make a statement. No, I'm not saying he can't go. I'm saying that Fossil is, again, I feel maybe one of Mike McCarthy's dudes, one of his guys, one of his bros.
Man, I haven't seen this color in a while. This is orange. The $20 Pala.
Woo! Justin
by the Q-Man.
With a $20 holla saying 3 turnovers set the tone.
That's damn right.
And that's what I'm trying to say. You can see the pieces, right? You can see the foundation. You can see what they actually wanted to do. And seeing some of this too, it just so close and yet so far away, right?
Man, right now, much love to our man, Justin Quarles. And again, I'm not saying that's even Mike Nolan, but it is Mike Nolan's teaching of stripping the ball and not, putting your hand on the ball. Of course, you can't. Butt fumble is butt fumble.
Mike McCarthy had enough foresight to understand and know that we couldn't just change the entire offense. And we didn't. We basically kept the same offense. Call it what you want. We put some sprinkles on that shit. Okay? Yeah. But we kept the same offense. Mike McCarthy had enough wherewithal to realize that we couldn't just go in there and change everything. And yet, when it came time to the defense, he's like, you fuck that shit up. Change it all. All of it. Redo the whole thing. Tear down the walls. Rebuild it. Let's go. And like we're all saying, it's one thing after weeks 1, 2, 3, 4. You're seeing it's not really working. You're seeing it's not getting better. But instead, like, the Cowboys' idea of pulling back is we're going 90 and a 40. Now we're going 80. Yeah. Like, can we follow the speed limit? Can we at least turn around? Can we go in the right direction? It's about the fact that their version of dialing it back is still, I'm going to dial it back and leave my flavor. We're still going to do this. We're just going to do it a little less. Again, there wasn't really, it was just Mike Nolan light. You know what I mean? Diet Mike Nolan.
That's a good point.
Sugar-free Mike Nolan. Whatever you want to call it, okay? We got some rice cakes. It's just so frustrating because it's not, again, like we're saying, they're telling us. They know it. We know it. And they can say whatever they want, but there's other coaching decisions that we've gone into that we're like, why did the Cowboys continue to leave XYZ player? Why didn't we do this? Why did it take however many fucking weeks for Chris Jones to end up on IR when he's been hurt since last year?
Well, why should he even be on this team? But all right, yeah, they can go deeper in that. But yes,
that's what I'm trying to say. He should have even have started on this team, but he was allowed to stay on this team, and not just allowed, but he was allowed to fester here like an infected boil. Anyway. I'm going to shut up real quick and hit up the chat, but I still think that my point stands. Our players are not as good as we think they are, but our coaches took any good players we had and crapped all over them and made sure that we didn't look good by putting them in the worst possible position.
I don't think they made sure on purpose. I think they overthought it.
I want to assume that the Cowboys aren't starting off the season trying to tank. So yeah.
I think you had it pegged though when you said overthink it. I think that some of the coaches, the Mike Nolans of the world, overthought themselves a little bit on this switch over, and McCarthy bought into it. And listen, McCarthy is Joe Philbin is McCarthy's guy. Mike Nolan is McCarthy's buddy. You understand? You know what I'm saying? So he's paying back guys this year. Will Joe Philbin be here next year after the Terrence Steele decision? So these are, I agree with you guys on a lot of these things. McCarthy needs to be more hands-on rather than delegate. I want to see that. I want to see more McCarthyisms, even through Kellen Moore. I want to see more of the quick up-tempo-ness. So McCarthy needs to get involved a bit more so. And I think I think this year was like paying back his buddies through a COVID season, and it's just a disaster, as you can see.
We usually aren't this down after a Cowboys win. I'm not gonna lie.
It's more the season still. It's kind of a downer. Let's be honest. But let me talk about a couple things before we get out of here.
And first of all, huge shout out once again to Justin Quarles, the Q-Man, taking over as the stream.
Yes, he's the boss of the stream and is represented by one of the greatest out here, one of the greatest of the family, the man, the Q-Man, Justin Quarles. Man, much appreciate you. Yes. Much love to you. And by the way, with that drop here at the buzzer. And again, this is basically the buzzer here. There's like so it's a long buzzer. But at the buzzer, we're going to crown a champion. Justin Quarles is in 5th place. And currently, 11. Yeah, a Cedric Wilson away from taking over I think that'll be your first ever, or at least be a long time, the first ever for Justin Quarles, or a big takeover there on the sponsor of the week.
That's right.
So that'd be interesting to see what happens. We'll see.
So, now let me hit up the chat really quickly.
Up here. Yep.
Let me see.
I want to make sure we talk about the NFC East because we're watching the Giants here right now, and they're losing. They lost the game.
Hey, and by the way, yes, Andy Dalton did have a nice game. Shout out to him again.
A safe, nice game. Yeah, he had like 200 plus yards. He had 2 touchdowns.
We have to lower our expectations here, people.
No, I'm just saying.
Andy Dalton
I guess a 4th string offensive line.
An average game, and that is fantastic. Well, that is an improvement.
It's fantastic.
Ran out there with the $5 holla, much love. appreciate you. He said, excellent stream. So thank you,
sir.
for taking time to hang with us this whole
man. You guys, we can't do this without you guys in the chat. You guys dropping the love. Truly, we're here every game. If we would have lost this game, we're still going to be here. Not just this game and tomorrow, but next game and next week and on, because that's the way we rock here. We're Cowboy fans for life till death. That's the way we roll here at MCF.
And I know right now it is not exactly smooth sailing.
Great
I know
season.
There's a lot of fans that have lost hope or lost heart or honestly just lost interest, right? It is what it is, but we're still here. We're always going to be kicking with you guys, and I know that all of you guys here watching, are hurting just as bad as we are. I've never looked forward to an off season so much, just because it feels like we at least have the chance to get better.
Well, I mean, we're 4-10. We're 4-9. I mean, if we get worse, we got a bigger problem. We got bigger issues.
But we can get worse in the off season. Think about it.
True.
I don't want to think about it too deeply because then I start getting worried. But that's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, push off by the Giants.
Usually during the off season, that's when it's your downtime. You're bored. You're making moves and stuff, but you're not really doing anything other than the draft and then waiting for the season, right? No. We're going to be making moves with a capital M. We're going to be getting quarterbacks. We're going to be getting top 5 picks. We're going to be getting free agents. I
thought you said quarterbacks. I'm like, what? What are we getting quarterbacks for? Cornerbacks. All right, I got it. Now I got it.
Again, we're doing all sorts of things. Well, and we do still have to figure out our quarterback situation, right?
That's going to be a big off season on that side.
We're doing all sorts of things, right?
Craziness.
And of course, the real cherry on top, which I know everybody here in the chat is probably going to go crazy over, coaching, right? The only way we can get better coaches is if we end this freaking season, because they're not going to fire him now, I guess. We have to end the season, cut the fat, and I'm going to throw this out there to you guys. So everybody's ready for Mike Nolan to go. Who do we want to see actually replace him in the sense of who do you think would be a good compliment to what I'd like to see Mike McCarthy do?
Off the top of my head, I think Wade Phillips is a guy that you don't want to see him as your head coach. That's for damn sure. We know how that feels. But as a defensive coordinator, he's in Texas. He's just waiting to get the phone call.
Are we still doing that whole hiring everybody within a 60-mile radius?
Well, I'd rather. Wade Phillips been proven though. His shits wins on the defensive side. So that's one guy I think you can put in there. What about George Edwards? Are you cutting him? Because George Edwards, he's a defensive assistant, but he was a good coordinator. Defensive coordinator with the Vikings. So maybe you keep him. Do you move him up? I mean, there's options you can, if you want to stay with some of your same staff, that's one way of moving him up. You know what I'm saying? Moving up some of your staff guys. But I like Wade Phillips. That's my number. I know there's the Ryan brothers and there's this guy. And that, I don't want the guy from the Jets.
Those rumors about Lincoln Riley?
Williams.
I mean,
he's
an offensive guy though.
He's going to be a head coach. He comes to the NFL. My thing is, I think it would be more of a Wade Phillips type. I'd like to see someone like that. If you want my opinion. Now,
I look. I don't have a name in mind.
Hey.
Jessica Dennis, thanks for subbing it up, and a shout out to Hawk for joining up into that navy blue crew.
Navy blue.
Thank you, Hawk. Guys, drop them if you got them.
Yes, Hawk in the house.
Wonderful emojis.
Appreciate you. Yes, appreciate you, and much love to Jessica joining the family here. Welcome to the family. Appreciate you guys. By the way. You're talking about all these things. We have to say this 30-7 victory by the Cowboys today. Yeah, I know. 4 wins for Dak.